Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Christian Hanahara. They usually call me CHH. Welcome to the show tonight. I'm so glad that you're all here. This is the Living Doll Show. If you've been keeping up with us lately, we had the first show we did was what the hell did we do first? We did the Living Dead show, then the Creature Feature show. And tonight is the Living Doll show, which without question, without any hesitation, this is the most excited I am. As you could tell, I'm clearly ready to talk about a certain film tonight that I talk a lot about. But I'm ready to rock. Before we get going, just let me get this bit of promotion out of the way, guys, and then I'll not bug you guys about this rest of the night. So Saturday, 6 p.m. Central Time, unitacandles.com, or you can go to our Etsy page. We got candles for sale. Our best seller of all time. I'm so proud of this. The Big Apple, excuse the glare. We got the Big Apple Jason Takes Manhattan candle. And if you like the apple cinnamon, everybody does. Look at that. We got the hockey mask look. Smells divine. Be ready for that. We've also got the Return of Garbage Day. You guys bought that in 10 seconds. Those were gone. If you missed out on Silent Night, Deadly Night, that'll be available Saturday, 6 p.m. What I'm really excited about is these two. So we stopped with Nightmare 5 with the wax melts. I'm not saying we're not going to do wax melts of these. I'm not saying we're not going to do candles of the Nightmare on Elm Streets, but we've got the Freddy's Dead the final Nightmare Candle, and then the new Nightmare Candle coming out Saturday. These smell amazing. You're not gonna want to miss those. So without further ado, let's start bringing in the panel for the Living Doll Show. Who's coming in first? Let's bring in the patriarch of these shows. You know, I found this guy's YouTube channel one day, and I just decided I need this guy in my life. That's Mr. Dirty Money. Brandon, what the hell is that?
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
What is that, Brandon? Did you already decorate your house with birds?
I did not. My daughter got this at Target. She really wanted it, so we picked it up, and it kind of ended up on my desk. So here we are.
Is it a Santa bird? What the hell is that?
It's a Santa something.
Dude, you're killing
Sandpiper?
You're killing your reputation. You're supposed to be like this scary filmmaker, horror maestro, and you got birds and Mickey Mouse shirts.
This is what it's about, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
Jesus Christ. I love it. But Brandon, thank you for being on the show, man. This is these have become so fun, right?
They have. Thanks for having me again. Yeah, these are a blast, man. I've been having a good time with this mini series of what is it, Living Doll Show, and then we did the creature feature. Right.
It's been great.
It's been a blast.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's keep going. Let's bring the rest of the panel in. Let's bring in next. He's been on. This is the second one he's done with us. Always got the best shirts. He knew I loved that sweater, so he just decided to wear it again. We got Big Money Garrett from Born to Be Red.
What's up, guys? That's right. I did. I wore the shirt. We were talking about it last week, and I said, all right, I'm going to break it out today to show Christian that he needs the Freddy Krueger one. Yeah, man. It's sweet. It's red. It's nice.
Oh, was today your 3 a.m. day? Did you have to wake up real early today?
No, today was my off day, but you know, it's never really an off day. Like I did school, and like I literally like just ran down to do this right now. Like I just got done working out. I was like hustling, shower, and boom, hey, ready to go.
Well, I love it. I love the hustle.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here.
Hey man, thank you for having me. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, these are fun. So last time it was us three that did this, but I'm really excited to have this gentleman on the show. He is a maven of madness. He is a wild card. He's a wild cat. You know him as America's #1 son. We know him as Movie Watch Monthly, but you, the viewer, know him as Movie Watch Daily.
That was a hell of an intro, my man.
They just come right off the top. I gotta think him up as look at the back. What's the hell is?
Tonight I got these Zen vibes going. I got the neons in the background.
God,
I'm ready to talk weird shit.
Looks like The Color Purple back there. Oh, no, what was that other movie he did?
It's changing.
What was that other movie he did? Not The Color Purple. It was
who? Steven Spielberg?
No, Mandy. It's like fucking Mandy back there. Dude.
Oh yeah,
all the colors and shit.
Yeah, that's right. Almighty. How's everybody doing?
I'm good,
broski. How you doing, man?
I'm ready, dude. I'm ready. I've watched 3 of these movies that will most likely we be discussing this evening, and they're wild.
What the hell is that? A glass? What are you drinking?
I don't even want to know what that is.
Is that Willy Wonka fizzy pop? Are you gonna float? What's that song that they sing?
It's Topo Chico, man.
Topo Chico.
Yeah, man.
I've never even heard of that.
Brandon, what the hell is that?
It's mineral water, right?
It's like mineral water. It's delicious. Yeah. It's just a sparkling water.
Oh, it looked like a Cobra Kai drink.
I know. Justin, how have you been, dude? You look good.
Whoa. Okay.
You look
all
good.
right. Well, thank you, my man.
First,
appreciate that. Got my Rad Pack shirt on this evening.
Oh,
nice. Got to represent.
Nice. That's very nice. What about the coat? It's kind of got like this like Smoky Mountain Rockies vibe going on, right?
Well, they call me the Cardigan King, baby. So I'm rocking one tonight. Mr. Rogers vibes.
Oh man. Let's get this real quick. Thank you, Cody Lope. He gave us a $5 super chat. This stream just got a little more rad. Hashtag rad pack.
Nope.
You guys
hell yeah.
Great episode the other night. I watched it. I was on the couch right there. I watched the whole thing. It was a great episode.
Man. That was a fun one, man. We had a blast doing the Q&A and stuff. People asked some really cool questions. Good times, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and thank you for sending one in, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. It was awesome. So I guess we can get started. Hello to everybody in the chat. we got a great reception the last show for the creature feature. People were tagging us in posts showing these new movies they were watching. Oh, we heard about this from the stream, blah, blah, blah. Well, we're hoping we can do that again tonight. So these are really fun. Okay, so tonight is the Living Doll Show, and I want to get it started from the top, and then I want to talk about other films, some of the stuff that Justin's watched today. Let me start the show like this, and we can get the chat involved. I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'm going to see what the answer is. Let me start with Garrett.
What's up?
Name the best Child's Play film. Hands down, the best.
For me, it's part one. Without doubt.
Okay, part one.
Yeah.
Oh, so Movie Watch Monthly?
Yeah, I agree.
Part one.
100%. Yeah, I'm a part one guy too.
I dig it. There's no way in hell. I know Brandon. 0% chance he says part one. 0% chance.
It's part one.
You best.
Wow.
No shit.
Yeah.
Y'all are surprised too. I thought he was.
Yeah.
Brandon he doesn't look like a part. He just don't look like a part.
I thought he was going to say part three, to be honest.
It's the most well-crafted Child's Play film, man, overall. Like, it's a fantastic horror movie, and it's a fantastically crafted film. Like, part two is probably the easiest to watch out of the series. Like, it's, if I was going to get somebody into the series, I would say watch part two.
Yeah.
But Child's Play 1's it's maybe a tier less than a masterpiece. It's that good.
I go back and forth every other day. And when I did my ranking, it was part two. And then literally the day after I did that video, I was like, oh, you know what though? Part one has that New York rough crime horror movie vibe.
Feels really gritty.
Where the sequel, the Child's Play 2 has that dollhouse kind of vibe. Even the house that Andy stays at, it's colorful, it's blue. The soundtrack clearly sounds like a dollhouse movie. Part two is very much more of like a Charlie Band type of film, where the first one's like just a legitimate horror film. But wow, you guys are surprising me. I'm gonna sweep the floor. I'm gonna also go part one tonight. I think.
Oh wow!
I think Tom Holland killed it. I mean, I'm gonna start this out negative. For those that are enjoying the Child's Play show, God bless you. Godspeed. Enjoy the show. I have zero interest in watching anything with Glenda, any of that crap. I don't like it. I'm not into it. I remember 2 years ago, guys. It was actually this was pre-COVID. I remember it was pre-COVID. I religiously listened to Mick Garris's podcast Post Mortem. All right.
Yeah.
And on the podcast, this was 2019 at the earliest. So that means it could have been even in 2018 when the show was first announced. He said on the show, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring back all the characters from Seed of Oh yeah, I'm bringing that into the show. Everything's canon." So he talked about this well before the show ever you saw a trailer or anything. And people were like, "Oh, you know what? We're going back to the roots. We're going back to the roots." I'm like, "No, you're not. Like, it's not a secret. He said he's not doing that." And I've seen a lot of people tell me, "Don't watch this season 2, blah, blah, blah. It's not, you save your time, Christian." Have you guys kept up with the show? Have you watched any of the show? I haven't watched a drop of it. I don't want to watch a drop of it.
I watched the whole first season. It's not mind-blowing, man. It had some good aspects to it, but
let me guess. It starts out awesome. You get old school Chucky vibes, and then 4 episodes in comes the... Am I right?
I didn't hear you. Just cut out.
Yeah, I think we just lost you for a second, Christian.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're back.
Does the show start out like the first episode? It's like really good, and then all of a sudden, like 2 episodes.
I mean, there's a little something to chew on in every episode, but there's a lot of drama. Is Christian back yet?
Is Christian frozen, or is it just me?
No, he's frozen.
Am I here?
There he is.
There you go.
You're back.
Fucking okay.
5 minutes in.
Bullshit. 5 goddamn minutes in.
It's damn Uncle Rad. Yeah, I don't know. I saw the first episode of the Chucky show. I thought it was okay, and then I was like, it's too hard for me to kind of keep up weekly. So I was like, I'll just wait and kind of watch everything once it's all done. I haven't done that yet, but I did watch one episode of like the newest season. Like it just happened to be on TV when I came downstairs, and I kind of glanced at it for a second. And he was like, Andy was driving like a truck, and like all the dolls were in the back, but there was like a ton of good guy dolls. And the CGI kind of looked a little rough, to be honest with you, from what I just saw on this last episode. But I saw probably like 5 minutes, and then I didn't watch it again. So I know a lot of people are liking it. I mean, I don't mind like adding things in as long as it's done right. Like if they bring Glenda in, like whatever, as long as it's done right. But I haven't watched enough of it to give like a opinion or review on it. But going back to part one, it's crazy because you got Sarandon in there as a cop. It's like a crime drama with like, you know, horror elements. You know what I mean? Like to have like a cop in there, like trying to solve the case and stuff. It's just a cool vibe to a movie like that, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like Chucky seems the most real in the first movie too, especially when they have like the dwarf playing him in like wide shots from far away. I'm like, that looks really good, really fluid. So
yeah. And on good news, I just got a confirmation email that my new Chucky doll is on the way. I just got it today. I'm excited.
Damn, after like 2 or 3 years? Or...
No, not that one. Those ones are still in hiatus. Yeah.
Is it from Tots?
Yeah, it's that plush one that's like, it's kind of like the body's like plush, but the head's like kind of like the one I have back here. So it's one that I'm going to just kind of keep out and just have him on the couch and stuff and leave this one in the box. Because my son is always trying to get in this one and I don't let him do it. So I was like, I'll get you another one. So we'll be able to mess with that one. But yeah, I ordered some NECA ones of Tiffany and Chucky. And dude, I ordered those in 2018 and they're like, nobody knows where they are.
Holy crap.
This isn't fucking happening. God damn it.
Well, you're good now, man. I hear you. Can you hear us?
It's coming and going. Oh.
The new
what the hell?
He just vanished, bro.
Oh shit.
Fucking magic CHH over there. He just literally like
disappeared on us.
Disappeared. Christian disappeared.
Like he's having there he is. There he is.
What is he doing? He's like creeping.
I don't know. He was in the corner. What was that all about?
Look at I see him. It's like Hereditary over there.
Like reality displacement issues. Right
it went like
it's like
dude.
How the hell did you do that? How the hell did you do that?
What did I do?
You got out of existence, man.
You gotta watch the replay. You just literally like vanished, and then your head was like in the corner of the screen. Like,
dude, this is so. All right, let me bitch for a second. So I get this goddamn Ethernet cable to plug straight in my computer, and the internet still glitches the fuck out. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm just gonna roll with it. You know, last time you guys saved me pretty well, so hopefully this time you guys will do just as good.
Nick said, Carlos, Nick said to close some screens before you go live.
I don't have any porn on my computer. I don't have any porn. No porn. No porn in the background. I don't have LimeWire. All right, where are we going next, guys? I don't know. I mean, is there anything else Child's Play y'all need to talk about?
What do you guys think about Child's Play 3, honestly?
I think it's fun. I always thought
it was the one at the boys' base. Military school or something.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. That one's a lot of fun, man.
I didn't realize so many people don't like that movie until the last couple of years. Like, there's a lot of people who fucking hate that movie, and I do not understand it. Like, that movie's pretty good, man.
No, it's a good time.
It has a killer score. The score is really good too.
Yeah, as a kid, I mean, some of those scenes, like when they were playing paintball with like real bullets, like as a kid, it was like that was wild to me, you know. Yeah, I thought it was good with Tyler. We're playing Hide the Soul. Yeah, kid. Yeah, I thought it was cool, man. It's not as good as the first two, but I think 1, 2. You know, I always get 3 and Bride on like my what's better. You know, I don't know. I think they're both pretty good. Bride is really good, like as far as like you can tell that's really in the 90s at that point, and you know, I dig that one.
That one's like really well directed. There's something like you know, there's something special about that one in the first one. That's probably my second favorite. Bride. Got a lot of iconic stuff.
Yeah,
as far as the looks.
Bride's where the rift happens in the fan base, but I feel like Bride still fits in really well with 1, 2, and 3. As hokey as it is, it still feels like the same DNA.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like Seed is where it really went off the rails.
Yeah, I remember seeing Seed in the theater and being like, "What the hell did I just watch?" It was like just so odd, like Chucky's like whacking off and stuff. It's like just a freaking mess.
I like when franchises go off the rails, but there is kind of a limit where you go into parody, and it just depends on the viewer's taste whether if you wanted to go that that far, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Bride is really the last time we had a really good looking Chucky too. Like even in Seed, like he just looks so stiff now. Like in Seed, Curse, Cult, I'm assuming in the show too, probably. He just looks so, like stiff now. He doesn't.
Well, I mean, is he all CGI now? Like, I feel like
partially, isn't he?
He was
I only
a lot
watched
of
the
CGI.
first. It looked like a good blend because you could tell there's a lot of actual puppeteering for a lot of the scenes, but there is just a lot of like running legs and shit, like real simple gags. The show overall is entertaining. There's just a lot of filler, and you got to sit through a lot of bullshit to get to the fun stuff.
Right.
But I commend him for doing his thing, man. I mean, you got to give it to him after all this time, keeping this franchise going. He's got Durf back, so
right. Yeah, concurrently with the damn reboot timeline too. Like that's pretty impressive. Like continuing it from a straight to DVD series to TV show, that's pretty impressive. So yeah, I will hand it to him for that.
And it didn't look. It doesn't look cheap. I mean, it looks like he's got some money to throw around. I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but they're doing what they can with the budget.
I'll probably check it out eventually. Like after it's finished, I'll probably go back and check it out. It's just there's too much TV stuff now. You know what I mean? Like to dig into everything. It's like there's just too much stuff. And I wasn't a big fan of Cult or Curse. Where do you guys stand on those two movies? Did you like them?
I thought there was elements I liked, but I don't remember the newer one. You know, when the one that like Andy was back. Like I think I might have watched that once where he had like the Chucky dolls with like the nails in the head and stuff.
Yeah, that was Cult. I
think I saw that like once. What's up, homeboy?
Is he back?
There he is. He's back again.
There he is.
Fuck! I got it. You know what happened?
Oh no! It's happening again.
It's happening already.
No, you're back.
Just for a second.
You're good.
If it screws up again, I'm literally gonna go take my computer and just go sit in the living room where I'll sit next to my router. But what are y'all talking about?
We're talking about the TV show.
Yeah,
the TV show follows Cult, right? That's where it picks up after, right? Is Cult? It goes directly to the TV show.
So Cult was the one where they first introduced like the multiple Chucky thing, right? I saw the one that was like in the house. Was that Curse?
Yeah, that was Curse. It was Curse.
See, I really liked that one. I thought that one was great.
The Curse was
decent.
That
was pretty good. Yeah, that was some of the ones I liked the elements. Like I actually kind of marked out where he started peeling it off and you saw the stitches underneath and stuff. I thought that was like a real cool twist. You know, I thought that was really cool.
The movie had a few wonky CGI shots, but it was pretty damn good otherwise. It was pretty damn
Took
good
itself pretty seriously. Chucky was mean a lot of the time, It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's starting at the top, right, Christian? We kind of basically buried all through the Chucky stuff. If you want to move on now, homeboy.
Yeah. I think we covered it.
Yeah, we got
it. Before we start talking about the remake.
Well, who wants to jump off? Gary, let's go to Brandon. Brandon, what's the first thing you have on your list you want to talk about? What's something you want to go to?
I kind of want to go to I want to go to Dolls, I think, next.
Yes.
That's one of the better living doll movies, right? I mean, it's one of the severely underrated too, in my opinion. I feel like Dolls is really underrated as a horror film.
I agree.
It's a lot of people's favorite Stuart Gordon film too, man. Like
it's so good. It's so atmospheric, man. The score is fantastic. The acting's really good, and the stop motion of the dolls is really impressive. I wouldn't say it's a scary movie. It's more of like a charming fantasy kind of kids horror. I don't know what you would really categorize it as, but it's not really straight. There's a lot of blood and gore in it, but it doesn't feel like a horror movie to me. Right? It feels like a whimsical fairy tale gone bad or something.
I just watched it for the first time last night, actually.
Did you like it?
I dug the fuck out of it, man. I loved it.
Yes.
Yeah. It's got all the elements of like just a good mix of different genres and stuff to it.
It does.
Yeah, I agree. It has like he said, it feels like a movie you can definitely show kids because it's really it's kind of tame in some aspects, but at the same time, like I thought it was gnarly. Like when the doll's face started breaking and you see all the creatures underneath and stuff. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I'm down with Dolls. Dolls is to me has always been really good. And that Blu-ray with the slip is worth like big money, I guess now. So that's
really.
Yeah, I don't have the slip. Yeah. I don't have the slip. Hey, who just watched
I don't
it
either.
today?
Damn it,
Justin.
I just watched it yesterday.
Justin. Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Remind me. Wasn't there a big ass teddy bear, grizzly teddy bear, in the beginning of the film on the outside?
Oh fuck yeah! He was like outside. That was awesome, man. Yeah,
that was a great scene, man.
Yeah,
it is a good scene. That's dude. That's a classic Stuart Gordon film. I mean, you don't get much better than Stuart Gordon. I mean, him and Charles Band, they did a lot of good shit together, and Dolls is one of the best.
It's a masterpiece. Yeah. Also, Ralph is one of the funniest horror characters ever, in my opinion.
Oh, dude. Oh, without question. What year was this?
88,
let's
right?
see. 87, 88, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And that image, that I remember seeing that at the video store as a kid all the time.
Oh, yeah. That's one you never forget, man, for sure.
That those classic VHS covers. Hell yeah.
That's killer, dude. Nice.
It's a pretty primo quality, too. The Blockbuster. Look at that shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So Dolls money. Everybody loves Dolls. You know what's funny? There's this movie that really doesn't work, but it's got the perfect name to show. Has anybody seen the movie called Doll Man?
Of course.
No.
That's your boy.
Yeah, that's Tim Thomerson. He's from another planet and comes to planet Earth, but he's the size of a doll. He's 12 inches tall, but he's not a doll. But the movie's called Doll Man, and it's really perfect for this show. But at the same time, it's completely doesn't work because he's not a doll. But it's really good shit. That's got Jackie Earle Haley in it as the villain.
Yep,
and he's like a head in like the spaceship thing. And it's great. I love Doll Man. Doll Man is money.
How the hell
Christian,
have I never heard
it does
of that
work,
movie?
Christian, because he did the Doll Man versus Demonic Toys movie. So technically it's in the same universe, right?
Doll Man versus Demonic Toys is fucking insane.
That's like the Demonic Toys sequel, technically, right? In a sense.
I think so.
They did Doll Man. Charlie loved mixing movies together. Bad Channels has like 4 Full Moon movies in it. There's like 4. He ties all kinds of shit in Bad Channels, which is great. That's an alien movie, but there's Doll Man shit in there. I believe there's a Puppet Master like reference. He does this all the time, but Doll Man vs. Demonic Toys is amazing, and it's like 48 minutes long. Such a short movie.
That's how long all movies should be.
Off topic. Christian, please tell me that dog's name is Otis.
Owen.
That would be sick. He missed it. His
name's Owen.
Owen. Oh, okay. Close.
Oh, you talking about Milo and Otis?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So Dolls is money. Can we get into it? Are y'all ready to talk about what I want to talk about? Are you ready?
No.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how much, dude. The greatest doll movie ever made, without question, is Puppet Master. It's not even close. It's the greatest.
I would say Puppet
over
Master
Child's
2.
Play.
Puppet Master 2.
Oh yeah, I'll take Puppet Master over Child's Play.
Oh wow, that's a bold
No,
statement.
Garrett said Garrett likes Puppet Master 2. No, I would take it over Child's Play. It's different. I really don't like to compare them, like, cause they're totally different.
They're completely different. They are.
Yeah. But I fucking love Puppet Master so much. The first 3 are perfect. Goddamn perfect movies. Garrett's got his Blade too.
God, I'm so jealous of you guys having all those. You got every single one of them now, don't you, Christian? You don't have Leech Woman.
Fuck Leech Woman.
Did you see the reviews on that thing? It was like a big debacle. They said it was awful. They said like the leech wouldn't even fit in her mouth and stuff. They said it was brutal. Yeah, just kept falling out.
These things are not cheap either, man.
No, Kristen's really looking deep at his figures over there. He's really
is he staring at him or is he frozen again?
He's dissecting those dolls over there.
What if he really was just staring at one of his Puppet Master dolls?
He's watching them. All right. Blade, get out of here.
There he is.
God damn it! This is such a pain in the ass. You know, some nights
good, man.
You're going after that
do this at all.
cable company. You're going after that cable company.
Dude, so fucking aggravating.
Do you have people leeching off your Wi-Fi? Did somebody figure out your password or something? Like a neighbor or something?
Speaking of leech woman,
no, there's no way. Because my password is insane. There's no way you could guess it. I can't even memorize it. I can't even memorize my password.
Now, is that the only thing that's changed? You said you got new internet service, or no?
It's like a new company took over. I had Suddenlink, and then company they just took over everything. But I don't know. Maybe I'll luck out now. I reset it in the middle of the show, so it took me away. But
welcome to Rad
right.
Vision.
Man, here we are. Man, that sucks. That's so frustrating. I feel bad for the guy. Maybe it's just a bad cable or something.
No, it happened.
This has become a staple of the show, man. This is like part of it.
It's almost like this little Living Dead series. It's like cursed or something. Yeah. All right, so we're at Rad Vision. What do you want to talk? Do you want to swing right
Rad Vision?
Yeah. Do you want to swing into
Well, what are you start?
Well, how about this? Let's jump into Demonic Toys. I know he's going to want to talk about it, so we'll kind of probably talk about this bad boy.
That's what I thought he was talking about when he said the greatest puppet movie of all time. I figured it was going to be that one. I wasn't expecting Puppet Master.
I got the Blu-ray too over here, but that needs. I would love to see another upgrade of that. So, Justin, I know you watched that for the first time today.
Yeah.
I want to know your thoughts on it, because again, it's very full moonish, but at the same time, for me, that feels different than like Puppet Master, like the normal.
I'll tell you. This is the third one. This is the third one I watched in a series. So I watched Dolly Dearest, I watched Dolls, and then I watched Demonic Toys. So this is the end of a stretch. So it was definitely ridiculous, but overall quality, it's one of the better ones I've seen. The story doesn't make any goddamn sense, of course, but there's some fun puppet stuff.
Yeah, I always loved it. As a kid, it was like one of those ones I rented all the time. So it's just, to me, it just made me laugh with some of the puppets, like the Jack in the Box and Baby Oopsie Daisy, would crack me up as a kid, you know? So, Brandon, what do you think of it?
I love Demonic Toys. I've been watching it for a long time. I don't like it as much as Puppet Master 1, but Demonic Toys has a great atmosphere. You know, it has the one setting location pretty much. So they're in like the toy store, right? Or the department store, the whole film. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah. And I don't know, the dolls, the toys were pretty killer. Like the clown, the Jack in the Box is awesome. The little teddy bear thing that grows into a giant teddy bear is awesome. That happens, right? That's a scene. It becomes like this giant robot teddy bear or some shit. Yeah.
There's so much random shit going on in the movie. There's some great stop motion too.
There is. Yeah. I tell you what, though, Demonic Toys for me has a very similar vibe to that that Silent Night, Deadly Night sequel, The Toy Maker. I think it was 4 or 5.
I thought the same fucking thing, the Mickey Rooney one. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
it really does. It really does.
Which that movie kicks ass too.
Yeah. I mean, we might as well can swing into that if anybody had that on their list to talk about tonight, because that's kind of an obscure one as well. And it just got announced for. Is it a 4K or Blu-ray set? It's coming out.
What's that?
The Silent Night, Deadly Night sequels. Is that 4K or Blu-ray?
It's just it's the Vestron one, right?
Yeah,
I think it's just regular Blu-ray. It's not 4K.
But that'll be a cool set to have. With
hell yeah,
movies on it. For sure. And Demonic Toys 2, someone asked. Yeah, there is a sequel, isn't there? I have that sequel. I don't remember it. I remember the Demonic Toys versus Puppet Master. I remember the Demonic Toys versus Dollman, but I don't remember part 2. For some reason, I think like Baby Oopsie Daisy was like very different in a lot of those ones, and I never really dug them because I felt like it was just a very different looking doll.
The Oopsie Baby or whatever, that's the funniest part of the whole movie. I mean, he made the movie for me. That shit was fucking hilarious.
And it was just like a baby doll, but then as they progressed into other movies, yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
But in the new movies, they almost like redid it to make it like a cooler looking doll. But I feel like the original one, to me, still looks the best because it was like the most accurate as just like a regular doll, where they tried to beef them up and like I think the other ones, and I think it took away a little bit from them. So,
yeah. Part 2 just came out like what, 5 years ago or something?
I think so.
Sort of recent, I think. I haven't seen it either, or the new Baby Oopsie movie. But you're right, the look. I remember seeing the trailers, and I think they tried to Chucky him up because I think he's like sewn together or something. I'm like, that looks kind of wonky. That looks kind of strange. But
yeah. So demonic toys. Does anybody else have something kind of different that you want to chat about or bring up before Christian gets back?
What about Dolly Dearest? What do you guys think about that one?
I would have loved to see a Dolly Dearest Chucky crossover somewhere because I feel like that doll is like the closest one to like Chucky as it is. I mean, you imagine having like a Dolly Dearest crossover and like her and Tiffany go at it or whatever. I think it would have been pretty sick. It's a bad movie, but it was bad, but it was like I actually didn't mind the look of it. It was creepy as hell looking, you know. I know a lot of people bash on like the look of the doll, but I felt like it worked. It was very, very creepy looking.
You got Rip Torn doing the Mexican accent half of the time. He's just going in and out of an accent the entire movie.
Yeah.
How about you? You a fan of that one, Brendan?
I'm kind of 50-50. I haven't seen it in years and years, probably a couple decades, but I feel like that movie was a big deal when it came out for a little while. Like, I remember that poster was everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Every video store had the poster. I rented it to death on VHS. I remember not really liking it as a kid that much, but I watched it a lot, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Right. It kind of drags, man.
Yeah.
All these movies
kind of I was trying to like it. So
yeah. All these movies struggle from being just a little too long. I think like the middle of the movies always drag. So they just kind of found myself kind of looking at my phone and whatnot.
Well, I'm looking at the chat over here, and Justin Smith. I didn't realize this, but he said the same actor played Dolly Dearest that played Chucky in the first Child's Play. I didn't know that at all.
That's cool.
So that's definitely cool.
There's an interview with him on the what is it, Vinegar Syndrome?
Yeah, that's who put out the Blu-ray.
Yeah. There's an interview with that little person.
Did you watch? Did you have that Blu-ray when you watched this for the first time? Did you own that?
That's what I watched it on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Now had you had not seen it prior?
No, it's been sitting on my shelf for like 2 years. I hadn't opened it, so I finally cracked it.
No, that's cool, man. I mean, it's a good reason to jump into the ones that you've been waiting on. Is like, oh, we're doing a show, might as well just watch them.
Yeah, like a bunch of those, man.
So, do you want me to go through the chat really quick so we get back and we've got?
I gotta grab another beverage.
All right.
Let me see what everybody's saying here. Oh, Ben Grimm's in the house. What's up, man? He says, "Demonic Toys is a Christmas movie." I don't remember. Does it take place on Christmas?
I think it does. I think he's right.
That's pretty sick, actually. That no one ever talks about that.
Which again, the toy maker connection, because that's a Christmas movie. That's kind of weird.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. It's funny because a lot of people in this chat right now are talking about some of the obscure ones that I brought to the table, thinking that like no one was going to talk about them. So, you know, great job on that. I don't want to get into it yet because I'm sure Christian has a lot of stuff he wants to talk about. But yeah, definitely, guys, ask us questions. Again, we don't want to go too far in and do the whole show without him. So if you guys have any questions, throw them up and we'll answer them before he gets back.
I'm trying to think of some honorable mentions we can talk about without him, but I feel like everything I'm going to mention, he's going to want to talk about. So I'm trying to hold off.
You know what? Let me see. Let me see what I got here. Let me see if there's anything that he wouldn't want to talk about. He'd want to talk about that. I do want to talk about that. Yeah, there's all pretty much the same stuff. I think he'd want to probably yap about. But we can talk really quick. The clown doll in Poltergeist. I mean, if anybody was going to bring that up, that was a creepy, freaky thing, man. That damn doll, super, super cool. And what do you guys? Obviously, mid-level media. What's up, Kenny? So Rad Pack's taking over the channels. Yeah, that's all we do.
Well, you know, who did I see? Sean Clark has a video. Doesn't he own the original puppet from Poltergeist? Yeah. Isn't that just absolutely insane, the stuff he has?
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing. He recently picked up the Tower of Souls from Hellraiser 3.
Yeah, that's right.
As well. His collection is incredible. But yeah, that scared the shit out of me when I was younger, man. Because that's one of those gateway horror movies that kind of grabs you at a young age, scares the shit out of you, and you never forget it. You know?
Yeah, and that's speaking of Sean Clark, he also just got the head of the dude from Reanimator there, the doctor. What's his name there? The teacher.
Oh, nice. No shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you got the severed head that they use in the pan when it's with Barbara Crampton and stuff.
That's unbelievable.
You'd be all over that, Justin.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
You know what's funny is
that's
Wild
crazy
Wrangler,
that stuff still exists.
I know.
I can't believe it doesn't just fall apart or get thrown away or lost in some stock room. That's amazing that it still exists. Wow.
Puppet Master 89. You know what's funny about that? Someone asked about that. Is that the one that was like a mainstream movie? Is that what that one was?
No, 89 was the first one. I think that one you're talking about was 95.
What was that? Puppet Masters? Is that what it was? The difference was? Yeah, I can remember renting that, being like, "Oh, this is going to be so," thinking it was like the same franchise and being so disappointed. I've never gone back to watch it to find out if it's even that good. I was so pissed as a kid in like 95. I just was like, I never wanted to watch it again. So it may be a good movie. I have no idea. Do you guys know about that one?
I mean, I'm trying to think of the trailer. I don't, I think it didn't seem like a.
I remember that poster in every damn movie store too, like the black poster with the red letters saying Puppet Masters. Oh, yeah. I thought it was a sequel too. And it wasn't. That was some bullshit too.
I was like, wow, they got a Puppet Masters going to the theater. This is gonna be so sick. It's gonna be badass. And Wild Wrangler. It was the head of Dr. Hill. Yeah, you're right.
Dr. Hill.
Jeff Overing asked if I'm a fan of Child's Play 2. Of course, man. I got the poster right behind me. Love Child's Play 2. And the doll, we could talk about the doll and Goosebumps. That's a big one that everybody remembers from the show. And then the show's better than I think the movie one is. That's what I would say, Slappy.
I never saw those. Are you talking about the Goosebumps like the Jack Black movies?
Well, there was the show, and then there was the movies, yeah. So the show I thought was pretty good when it came to like the story of the doll and stuff, but the Jack Black movies I didn't care for personally too much.
Yeah, he looked cool in the show. In the movie, he kind of looked more like the book, but the characterization of Slappy was all wrong. But then I feel like the Slappy from the book covers, the original Goosebumps books covers, he was pretty freaky looking. And they haven't nailed that in live action yet for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, he was almost like too kind of comedic. Like you couldn't really take him seriously in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
John McCullough asks us if the stream froze. I hope not. I seems like we're good from here. Christian had some internet issues, so that's why he's bounced, but he'll be back. But you know what? We can talk about this because someone just brought it up, and I know for a fact. I think Brandon's gonna really, really be happy with this one. It's one that I brought to the table because I love it, and it never really gets talked about much. And that is Magic.
Oh wow! Look at that.
You remember this thing?
I do.
Anthony Hopkins. This is an awesome movie. It's basically like this dude that's like a ventriloquist, and he has this doll that talks to him and stuff, and makes him do like bad shit, and then he thinks the doll's doing bad stuff. It's really, really cool. It's actually a really well-made movie. I assume this was probably in the theaters. This came out in 1978.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never even heard of them.
Oh,
hey.
There he is.
You missed everything. The show's over. We talked about every damn movie out there.
No, I threw up Magic. Have you seen this one?
Yes.
Oh no. It's so good, man. Like if you haven't seen it, it's like top notch, like well done, great story. It just looks like a top tier movie.
Fucking money.
I've never heard of it, man. Sounds
what
dope.
Else I'll talk about, dude. Am I freezing again?
You were just for a second there. I think you're back.
You're pixelated a little bit, but
like I want to be annoyed, but like, what good is that going to get me? I'm just going to laugh it off. You guys are killing it tonight. Thank you guys so much for running the show.
Absolutely.
It is what it like. What am I going to do? Like, if I get mad, it's just like, you know what? What good does it do me? But I'm here now.
Yeah. I do want to bring this up though. I've seen it a couple times in the chat. The doll segment from Tales from the Hood is definitely an honorable mention because that segment is pretty fucking freaky. Yes,
Tales from the Hood, dude. Everybody's favorite.
Oh shit, he had it ready.
Yeah, that's a great film overall, and that doll segment is absolutely creepy.
You can buy that doll. There's a company that makes him. I thought it was
really
pretty cool. Yeah,
I haven't seen. I've only seen half of Tales from the Hood 2. Don't those dolls make a return in part 2? The same ones.
I've never seen part 2, but I'm sure Justin's probably seen it.
I haven't actually. It's one that's been on my list. I never bothered to check it out. I don't know. Was it any good?
I've only seen a part of it. It was not good from what I saw.
I heard nothing but I heard nothing but terrible things about it.
I heard better things about part 3, but not much better. Like they should have really just, I don't know. Part 1 is so good.
Yeah. It's a classic, man, for sure.
It is.
Look at this. We're getting a house tour over here. This looks like found footage movie or something.
It is. He's gonna get murked on camera by somebody.
He's like, I can't take it anymore. I'm really scared right now. I'm really mad right now.
Austin Wilcutt, you're talking about, I'm assuming the Zuni segment. I think part 1's better, but part 2 is definitely good too, as far as the Zuni doll segment goes.
Oh, baby.
I think I showed this last time, but still in its case.
Ooh, that's sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's sick.
But I think we'll save Trilogy of Terror for down the discussion because, there he is. Damn it, Garrett. You know what's funny, Garrett? I bought my uncle that same doll 10 years ago from Spencer's. And that thing goes for crazy amounts of money now. Like, if you still have the box and stuff.
I have the box, yeah.
Yeah, that thing goes for crazy amounts of money. But I still want that $300 eBay version. That thing looks a little bit more like the actual movie one to me. But this is just too damn much.
That thing is sick. I actually got this for a really good price. I think probably in 2008, maybe. I was at a convention and it was like a Sunday and I kept eyeing it all weekend. And finally, like as I was walking out the door, I said to the guy, hey man, I have like, I don't know how much I said, maybe $50 left or something. And I was like, I'll take that Zuni doll from you for my last 50. And he was like, all right. It was like Sunday. So I snagged it many, many years ago.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I love Trilogy of Terror, especially this scene. I mean, I just think that story with this doll is so good.
That segment has haunted me my entire life, my entire film watching life. That fucking doll has haunted my nightmares and continues to do so. I can't watch that segment. Like, I love that segment, part 1 and 2, but I cannot watch that segment today without getting the creeps still. It's like The Exorcist. Like, the creeps never go away from that movie. That fucking Zuni doll, man. Scariest. The scariest.
Hey, look at that nice setup you got there, brother. Look at that, dude. He's got that glowing pumpkin up there. It's nice.
Check 1, 2.
I hear you.
I'm still gonna have decent. Well, Yeti, I gotta have decent audio for the show.
Sounds good now, actually.
I think I've got this. I think I figured it out, guys. I think I got it. I know what's the problem is. That Ethernet cable I got, I think is like a cheap Ethernet cable that doesn't really work well. Apparently, there's like different kinds you can buy. And my horror room is farthest away from the Ethernet box in the house. So I have extenders, like internet things that you plug into the wall, and then you try to pull your internet source from that instead of the actual router. But that really doesn't do it much better. So I guess the problem is, like, when I stream, I've just got to be close to the. I gotta figure something out. I either got to figure out how to get my actual modem closer to the horror room, or stream out here. One of the fucking two.
Now, is this only started happening since you got your internet changed? Because I don't remember it ever happening before.
Dude, I don't know. I think it's really just since I got this new internet.
Yeah.
You know, I think ever since I got this crap is the way it's doing it. What are you gonna do?
So we just brought up Trilogy of Terror. If you want to jump in on it.
Yeah, you have to, because we got to cover more ground on this topic.
Have y'all seen Trilogy of Terror 2?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's not as good, is it?
No.
Not as good, but it deserves credit.
Of course.
Well, where are we going next, Justin? This is fucking off the rails.
I've never seen either of those movies you guys were just talking about. Trilogy of Terror.
You got to see it.
They will change
I feel like
your life.
I've lost so many horror points.
They will change your life.
I mean,
are they that good? The first one was like from what, 77 or 78, like kind of late
76 or 75, I think.
Oh shit! Okay.
Do you guys want to hear a crazy story real quick about
that one's
Trilogy
a
of
blind
Terror?
spot for me. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, so it's not that crazy, but it's like a family story about that movie. Trilogy of Terror is 75. Yeah. Okay, so it was a TV movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
My grandma has a story. She said that, in 75 when it came out, my mom and my uncle were still kids, and they watched it on TV when it came on, and she let them watch it, right? Because it was a big event. Karen Black was a huge deal at the time and stuff, apparently. Yeah. And they said that Zuni doll segment was so out of left field and so bizarre and so abrupt and so frightening that she had actually been rearranging the living room at the time, and she had to stop after that segment was over, and because she was too afraid to stick her hands underneath the fucking couch and stuff.
Oh, holy shit.
They were literally traumatized for a couple weeks from that segment, and to this day, just the same as I am with the film, my mom and uncle are horrified by that fucking doll. So
but imagine that, think about how cool shit was back then when you didn't have an internet to spoil stuff or whatever, and people literally were watching something on TV and afraid to put their hand under the couch. My uncle was the same way with Salem's Lot. He said he watched the first part and then he was riding his bike home from his friend's house, and he said it was the longest, fastest bike ride he ever did in his whole life, thinking to himself, I got to get home. And it was a nice fall night, and then he had to go back and watch it again, part 2 the next day. And it stuck with him forever. And it's just wild to you kind of wish there was points and moments and stuff that we see now that kind of hit us the same way. Again, I haven't watched the new Terrifier 2, but everybody keeps talking about that one. So
it's good.
Those old event television kind of things where you had back before all the streaming, and you had a collective of millions of people watching the thing at the same time. I mean, that happens with shit like Game of Thrones and stuff, but it doesn't happen that often.
No.
So the era of TV movies was pretty cool.
Yeah, we don't have zeitgeist horror movies anymore, which kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Justin Smith, the sequel didn't come out till 96, I believe, and it was also a TV film.
Wow, that late, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that long after.
It has a very 90s vibe to it. I love it.
I like that torch you got back there, Christian.
Funny story about this torch. So I ordered the 6-shooter on Full Moon Direct years ago, and I get the box for it. I open it up, and it's this. And I messaged Full Moon's email. I said, hey, I ordered 6-shooter. And then, okay, we'll send it to you. And they let me keep it.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
That's awesome.
That's amazing, dude.
Dude, that thing is killer looking, man.
Yeah, he's cool.
This
dude.
is the stealth version. So this is the version that's stealth version. It's all black clothing, but he's cool.
Yeah, those things are so rad, man. They're just so damn pricey.
Funny story about Torch. Do you guys know why Torch shows up in Puppet Master 2? Anybody know why?
No.
I'll educate. So Paramount made a boatload of money off of Puppet Master 1. The VHS sales were ridiculous, insane. And they told Charles, we love Puppet Master. You got to do sequels. Only one problem. And he's like, what's the problem? You got to get rid of Leech Woman. She's just too disgusting. She's disgusting. You got to kill it off. Which I agree with Paramount. Fucking hate Leech Woman. She's nasty. I don't want Leech Woman. She's disgusting. So that's why in Puppet Master 2, Broad grabs Leech Woman and throws her in that furnace and burns her up.
I got upset at that. I was mad.
That was Paramount, dude.
Damn.
Do people have a hatred for Leech Woman? Is that like a thing?
I hate her.
I thought
I always thought she was cool.
I thought she was creepy and
super creepy. Yeah,
Leech Woman's disgusting.
She's gross for sure.
So wait, I forget. So that's like, so Leech Woman's only in the first two. She never comes back.
She comes back. Charlie
right.
squeezed her in again. Just brought her. Charlie got her back in there.
Yeah, she comes back in part 3, I think, right? Because we see her origin, I think, in part 3.
She is in part 3 because
I think Sarah Douglas becomes her, right?
Correct.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Which I don't know how much Puppet Master got to talk, so I'd like to reel it back if I can to Little Puppet Master, if that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I know Garrett is a big fan of Puppet Master 2.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, have you been able to see Puppet Master 2? Or have you only seen the first one in
I've
the
seen
remake?
all of them. I actually did a big,
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I did a whole marathon not too long, maybe a couple years ago. They all kind of blend together, but I've seen them all. And the Littlest Reich. They've made even a few sequels since then. It's hard to keep them straight, man.
We'll talk about the Littlest Reich. Puppet Master 3, I think, is actually the fan favorite, the non-Germany one. But 2 has probably the coolest opening out of all of them, where the puppets literally go to Toulon's grave and they pour that reagent stuff.
Yeah.
And you notice it looks like the Reanimator stuff, right? Because Charlie made that movie. And they pour the stuff on Toulon. Like, what a way to do a sequel. I did not expect that at all when I saw Puppet Master 2. But that one's good. Puppet Master 2 ramps it up. Tunneler is a bad son of... Tunneler was always the one that scared me the most as a kid. I don't know about y'all. When I was a kid, Tunneler was the worst. He freaked me out, especially in the first movie. Charlie knew you got to put Tunneler under the bed. When she looks under the bed in the first one and he goes towards her, that freaks me the fuck out so much.
I was always a Blade guy, but
Blade's the leader, Blade's the king, no doubt. Blade to me is the best puppet. But
let me ask you this because go ahead.
Go ahead, Garrett. Go ahead.
Just because again, I've seen them, but it's like he said, a lot of them blend together to me. I remember parts 1, 2, and 3 quite a bit, but I saw 2 first. That was the first one I saw. What's the deal with the guy? What's his name? Like Faust or whatever? Faust? You know, the guy in part 2 that looks like Blade? Does he have a backstory? Because I was always confused when I used to watch it back in the day. I was like, where does he fit in?
I have no idea, man.
Do you know, Christian, what I'm talking about? Do you know when he has like the flashback and it's like the old time and it's like it was a puppet that looked like Blade, but it said Faust.
Oh, you talking about the name slipping me. And there's the green one that looks like a goblin that is part of the sideshow with him.
Yeah, and I remember when I saw that for the first time, I was like, because I saw 2 first, and I was like, shoot, did this guy have a backstory that I missed, or I forget if he ever comes back in a sequel or anything like that?
Mephisto, I think, is the name of the puppet.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
It was part of his show that Toulon did during the Nazi Germany days. Now, why they didn't show more of that in Puppet Master 3, I don't know. But those puppets have become pretty iconic with the fans just from that scene, those couple scenes in 2. And Charlie actually released that this year. You could buy those puppets. You can buy the green, goblin looking one, and you can buy, I think it's Mephisto. How do you say it? But yeah, gorgeous. I've seen people buy them. They look so good.
Now, do you have Jester as well?
I do have Jester.
I like Jester a lot too.
And that's what I was going to say a second ago was the one puppet I love is Jester because Jester never really does anything. He just
smiles.
He smiles. I love it. Whenever they raise hell and they kill somebody, they'll go to Jester. And then have like that smirk. Or if shit's hitting the fan, his head spins. And then he looks sad.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Jester puppet a year or so ago. And I got almost all the ones I want. I ended up buying another torch because I wanted the torch with the regular clothes. And I wanted the new blade because I had the old style blade, which did not look as good. They redesigned the blade puppet. You have the redesign, which they did a few years ago, and it looks phenomenal. The redesigned blade is phenomenal. I love it so much.
Now, is the jester, does his face move, or is he stuck in a spot?
No. I think, though, if I can recall, I could have, if I had the money. Charlie never made any jesters where you could actually get the head that legitimately spins, as far as I know. But I know that around 2011, Charlie was in a bind financially. Because I remember I used to go on, I had just become a big Full Moon fan at the time, and I used to go on eBay, and Charlie listed one of the original trunks from the movie on eBay, actual props from the films, and he had a jester head that did spin. I could have bought. This was before he got the streaming site, and he was doing his road show to make money. And he had that on eBay, and I remember that. But I don't think he's ever actually made a prop of a jester head that spins. Now, there was a artist, effects guy that made, stuff you could buy. I can't remember the name of his site, but he made one that you could spin. But I don't even remember if he was selling them. This was years ago. But I would love obviously, I would love a jester head that spins. And I guarantee you, in the ADR for jester, all they probably did is took a ratchet socket and they just went to a mic and went to spin it to get that sound. Because every time I get one, every time I'm working at doing something at work and I use a ratchet, I always just spin. It's the exact same sound as Jester's head when he's when he's doing that. But no,
they make those things so dirt cheap.
They do.
Oh yeah.
But surprisingly, I'll tell you what, I don't. Some of them have pretty extraordinarily good stop motion in them, like with like famous stop motion people, right?
Oh, the best. Some of the best in the business, and that's the thing I try to tell people. I've done videos about Full Moon, like getting into Full Moon and getting into the films, and I think the problem is when you look at Full Moon today. I don't want to say Charlie's a shell of his former self, but he approaches his business model completely differently. Nowadays, Charlie is all about quantity. Like just pump it out, pump it out, keep new stuff on the site, keep new movies coming out, pump it out. And I respect that. He films his stuff, a lot of his movies in 4 days. Tops, he's done. Corona Zombies, he bought some footage from William Lustig. Old zombie Italian movie footage, or he licensed it from him. It might have been Hell of Living Dead he got footage from or something. And then he made this really short movie piece, girl who thinks she's got corona. This was literally right after the pandemic started. And then like he was filming this literally moments as the lockup was going on. It's all in his book, which I can't recommend enough. Confessions of a Puppet Master. Charles Band's book is phenomenal. He broke the law so many times. It's amazing.
He's insane, man.
He's a trailblazer. He really.
What was the movie you were saying? Corona Zombies.
Corona Zombies.
That's insane that he made
literally.
That is insane.
Literally, as COVID was happening, he released Corona Zombies. Charlie Band doesn't give a fuck.
I didn't know that was him. I remember that movie, man. I did not know that was him.
Oh yeah,
what a crazy bastard.
Oh, he's ready to go. But anyway, what I was going to say was, I just want people to realize. The heyday of Full Moon, like 90, 91, 92, 93, it really doesn't get much better, especially with that kind of that type of horror where it's like films with stop motion and things like that. Because Charles had great directors doing his movies still. He still had relationships with Stuart Gordon. David Schmaler, who's one of the best fucking directors in the genre. Does not get the recognition, just does not get it. He did Tourist Traps, Species, Puppet Master. David Schmaler is one of the best fucking directors, and nobody talks about him. He's relegated to nothing, and it's crap because he's so talented. But they had the best stop motion guys at the time, the best prop guys. And if you look at the stop motion in Puppet Master 2, it's phenomenal. There's this scene in Puppet Master 2 where Toulon is getting the puppets go kill people and they're bringing blood to Toulon. Well, what's funny is all of a sudden Toulon starts he either starts quacking like a duck or barking like a dog. because the puppets were killing animals because they needed to get blood and they didn't want to tell Toulon that they couldn't kill any victims. And so Toulon's like, you whatever. He has a accent and he gets mad at the puppets. He's like, get your ass back in the trunk.
And they all walk
gorgeous stop motion shot of him looking all sad walking in.
Yeah.
But the creepiest thing about Puppet Master 2, the creepiest thing about the film is at the very end where they turn the last girl into a life-size puppet and she has this wood look to her and it's fucking disturbing looking. I don't know if you guys remember that. Torch is sitting in the front seat with his legs straight out like this. He might have had his seatbelt on, but the woman looks like a doll and she's life-size. It's freaky as shit.
Which one is that?
Yeah, Puppet Master 2. It's the end of Puppet Master 2. It's so good. But Puppet Master 3 is the fan favorite. Everybody I talk to on average 6-7 out of 10 times it's always Puppet Master 3, and it's really hard to argue it with the addition of Shooter, which has to be one of the, and this predates Toy Story, so I don't want no bullshit about it's a Woody ripoff, right?
Yeah.
No, but dude, Six Shooter has to be one of the coolest goddamn puppets in the world. Are you kidding me?
And think of the work it took to animate all those arms. You know, I mean, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. Thank you, Wild Wrangler. Wild Wrangler actually gives me the name David Allen. Yes, David Allen is a stop motion mogul. I mean, literally one of the greatest ever. But Puppet Master 3 I love too, just and kind of ballsy to be honest with you, because I mean, it's not like movies tap into like Nazi Germany and stuff like that. What, did I freeze up?
A little bit. God
damn it. But it's kind of ballsy that Charlie made Master 3 just so much in the lore of Nazi Germany. Especially by today's standards. I don't think anybody would be happy about that.
He seems to be fascinated by it.
Oh, without question, he is.
Without
question, he's. Well, his family almost died from Nazis. His grandfather was almost killed by Nazis. His book is incredible. You guys should read his book. His book is absolutely phenomenal. And
I need to check that out.
The president of the United States at the time liked Charles Band's grandfather, who was an artist, and literally told Charles Band's grandfather at the time, hey, come over to America and come work on some pieces for me, blah, blah, blah. And right after that, Nazi Germany like invaded his territory and like wiped people out. If President didn't ask Charles Band's grandpa to come visit and work on an art piece for him, Charles Band wouldn't be alive. So
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy shit. But no, Puppet Master 3 is amazing. Six Shooter's such a badass puppet. The Toulon character is at its best. I mean, the guy who played Andre in 3 was fantastic. The crazy thing is, he didn't look that much younger than Toulon in the first Puppet Master. So I got to assume that Toulon was like 110 in the first Puppet Master, but yeah, I don't know. And the first Puppet Master is my favorite. It's always gonna be my favorite. That movie scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Which installment has like the most puppet action? Because I know some of them are pretty light on that because the budgets were low, so there's a lot of draggy. You know what I mean? Is 5 the heaviest on the puppets?
I'd say 4 and 5. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but that's not to say that 1, 2, and 3 don't have a lot of puppet stuff. Because Charlie,
3's pretty heavy. 3's pretty
Charlie
heavy.
Band's whole thing is, if I make a monster, you're gonna fucking see it in the film.
Right.
Like that's why I love Cellar Dweller, which we talked about on the creature feature. He had John Carl Buechler design this gorgeous, monstrous beast. You see it in the first 10 minutes of the film. They show you the whole thing. It stands up. But yeah, 4 and 5, they go hardcore and they introduce like this element of like these demonic creatures. They're like, I don't know what the hell you call them. They're yeah. But that's great. And I think the tagline for 4 is when Puppet turned good or something because they have to fight off those things. Beautiful poster, by the way. The one thing I loved about Full Moon 2, and I'll stop talking because I feel like I'm just rambling, but Charlie flooded the VHS stores with posters, 27 by 40s for all these movies. So I have original. I should have brought it out or had it ready. I have an original Demonic Toys poster, 27 by 40, framed. And it's
that's incredible.
Beautiful. It's original. But yeah, Charlie literally ransacked the video stores, not only with his movies, but like promotion. So like he made beautiful big posters to go at the video stores for all his movies and stuff like that. So if you look at the Puppet Master 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 posters, Justin, they're all legitimate works of art. I mean,
yeah,
they're
I love
beautiful.
And like he really did take over the home video market because in the 90s, when 4 and 5 are coming out, I think they came out pretty close to each other. My Blockbuster here in town had a fucking Puppet Master 4 and 5 poster in the window, you know, alongside the other ones. So like it was that he was that popular that Blockbuster had his fucking posters up. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to think about.
It really is.
And that's the power of the Paramount deal. Yeah, that's the power of that Paramount deal he got. I don't think people realize, like, dude,
the distribution.
So what happened was this: he went bankrupt at the late '80s with Empire, his company Empire, who did Ghoulies, Reanimator, From Beyond, Eliminators, Dungeon Master, classics, just the best. And went bankrupt. I'll tell you, do you guys want to hear like the best Charles Band story though, of like how much of a criminal he was? I'll just, and then we'll talk about Demonic Toys, because I want to talk about Demonic Toys after this.
Yeah.
When Charlie had Wizard Video, do you guys know what Wizard Video is? Gary, you probably have some of those big boxes, huh?
Yeah, I got the Headless Eye or whatever it's called, something like that.
Perfect. Charlie had I Spit on Your Grave. Okay.
Zombie, right?
He correct. He only had legal permission to sell I Spit on Your Grave domestic. Okay. Well, Charlie flooded Europe with I Spit on Your Grave.
Of course
with
he did.
Big boxes. I'm talking sold. He sold hundreds of thousands.
He thought he could just kind of slip it under the table and get rid of a few 100,000 copies.
So the director of Spit on Your Grave finds out.
Oh, fuck.
Right? Gets his lawyer on the calls Charlie. All right. They have a powwow. They sue Charles. Charles heads over to Europe, money in hand. This is Charlie Band's method. Do it, and then send out the check afterwards. Oh, I'm sorry. We saw that with the Puppet Master DVD box set, which he had no legal right to put out because Paramount still owned the home video rights too.
He's wild, man.
He settles out of court with the director of I Spit on Your Grave. All right? Gives him a check for whatever. It's over and legally done now. They settled. They legally settled. The director found out not long after that Charlie not even paid him not even a tenth of what he had made I Spit on Your Grave. He didn't even pay him a tenth of it. He is a son of a bitch.
God damn, dude.
But I love it. I just fucking love it.
I mean, he's one of those few prolific like indie filmmakers like Roger Corman, Lloyd Kaufman, and Charles Band. You know,
that's the
they're
three,
like they're pioneers. You know, like not many people have ever done that.
Yeah, and he did a lot of work independent. He did a lot of work for Roger Corman, and Roger Corman, dude, he's
everybody
still,
did.
Corman's
it's
still
crazy.
Alive. Roger Corman's like 95 or something.
He was alive. He was on the drive-in a year or two ago.
And he was just on Charles Band's podcast literally a couple weeks ago.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and he's told stories. It was I love his podcast. Yeah, so Puppet Master is one of my favorite films of all time. The first Puppet Master, to me, it's perfect. It's a masterpiece. I fucking love it. Always will. It's so unique. But
real quick, fellas, I don't know how you guys feel about Puppet Master 4 and 5. I love 4 and 5. They're probably my two favorite Puppet Master movies. But you guys, I can't be the only person who's disappointed as fuck that we never got Puppet Wars. Because I think in the closing credits of 5, it says coming soon, Puppet Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to be a trilogy, right? It was supposed to be 3 more movies, I thought. And then instead we got Curse of Puppet Master. And that movie, I feel like from Curse onward, the series just went downhill.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. It was supposed to happen. Paramount backed out. Paramount, they didn't re-up the deal. Charles was then forced to completely take over all his home video distribution, everything. After about 94, 95, boom. But it started out good because the first full moon movie put out completely by Charles Band is quite possibly, from some people's point of view, the best full moon movie, period. Castle Freak. That was the first movie Charlie did that was completely 100% full moon. But the money started drying up, man. Money started drying up big time. So we never got Puppet Wars. But he's always talked about going back and actually doing Puppet Wars, but he still hasn't done it.
So is that just combining all of the universes all together?
It was, it was going to be like this. Yeah, it's going to be this massive thing. It was going to be like the biggest crossover in full moon history that he was going to do.
I mean, he should do it now, especially because that kind of stuff is in right now, like the crossover of like multiverses and all this other shit. Like now's the time he should probably take advantage of that, you know, because I think the nostalgia kick of people like our age that were watching it back when we were kids, like, you know, we'd probably be the ones that are going to check it out. So I think now's the time he should probably try to get that going.
Wasn't there a piece of promotional art for Puppet Wars and it had a bunch of those goblin puppets on it fighting the regular puppets?
I could probably
swear to God that existed. That might be a false memory.
I'm on my computer right now, but Christian, I'm looking up a original Demonic Toys one sheet for $300 and it's not even in good shape. So yeah, I assume with the one you have is probably pretty valuable.
Oh yeah, I bought mine back in 2010 or 11 at the latest. So I think it was 2010. So with Demonic Toys, do you want to talk about this first? Justin, you said you're a big fan of Puppet Master Littlest Reich.
Right? I really enjoyed that movie. I've seen it a couple times, man. I saw it at the theater at my local independent theater. I had a blast with it, man.
Dude, I avoided it for a few weeks.
Did you? I get it. Yeah.
I was extremely nervous to watch it.
I thought it was pretty good, though.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The opening scene I thought was interesting. I was like, okay, not sure how I feel about this new Toulon, blah, blah, blah. But then all of a sudden, it turned into like this badass, funny, over-the-top, sleazy, gory. It was very much in the vein
Thomas Lennon, is that his name? The guy from Reno 911?
Yes.
He's great in it, man. He gives a great performance in that movie. The co-stars are great as well. Got good gore in it. Fun story.
It was
Barbara Crampton.
Very much. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Barbara Crampton was in it. It was very much in the vein of Puppet Master, and I thought it was not only a respectable entry, but quite frankly, one of the better ones. I would take it after the first 3, maybe 5. Like it's up there. I really enjoyed it. I like the new puppets. I didn't hate or love the redesigns. I think you get top perfection, which is what the original designs are. I think they're all perfection. But I get doing some redesigns. It's interesting. I want to know, did Charlie? That means he licensed that property out to those people to do the film, which is just weird because I haven't ever heard him talk about that publicly. I've never seen him come out and do an interview about it. Like, yeah, I licensed, because then he licensed out Castle Freak and the same people did Castle Freak.
Oh, those the same like the same production people,
same exact
and directors
team.
and everything.
Same, yeah. So now I'm wondering if he's going to do Subspecies and let that company remake that.
Man, you'd have to do that right.
Isn't he making a new Subspecies right now, though?
I think there's a new sequel.
Yeah.
Yes,
5,
they're
right?
making Subspecies 5 right now, which I'm excited for because guess who's directing it? David Schmaller's directing it. They're shooting it out in where are they shooting?
Romania or something, right?
They were in Romania in the first ones. Now they're out in damn it. I can't remember what country they're doing now. Not Bulgaria, because I would have remembered it for sure, because that's where they want to. That's where everything gets shot nowadays,
right?
Like that Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
and Monsters too. I think, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it's filming in Serbia right now. That's crazy. Serbia. That's weird, man. That is wild.
Yeah, but I'm excited. Anders Hove is back as the vampire, and I hope it's really good. I got faith. But yeah, I thought the new Puppet Master Little Shrike was great. I'm actually a little bummed out we haven't gotten a follow up to it because, quite
Ben
frankly,
Grimm just said there is one coming.
They talked about talking band into letting them have the property. Also said a sequel is in the works called Orion's Ahoy.
Arians Ahoy.
Arians Ahoy. Okay.
Wow.
So it's more of that.
Cody, I do recall that you might have gave me another super chat while all the shit was hitting the fan. If you could remind me what you said, I feel
he asked about Tales from the Crypt episode with the ventriloquist, which is a freaky episode.
Oh my god, that is
big
time. That's something we got to bring up. Oh man, you guys talk about that? Did you talk about the dummy from
Goosebumps?
No, I'm sorry. Dummy's not the right word. I guess it's a puppet from our voodoo doll. Was it from Tales from the Hood?
Mm-hmm.
That episode?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
That shit's great.
That was good. Talking about that, and we did bring up Demonic Toys a little bit. I was just curious on what Justin's thoughts were because he had just watched it. So
you had to have loved it.
I had a great time with it. The effects are fantastic. Great stop motion. The story is so bizarre. And it was a weird choice to go with the kid as the protagonist or the antagonist, like the demon villain person. But I feel like that movie, with the exception of a couple scenes, almost could be like one of those gateway horror films because it's not super offensive. I feel like that movie was like specifically made for like 15-year-old kid, the video store. Yeah. So as far as that, it's good.
Baby Oopsie Daisy is quite possibly like the greatest character ever.
It's hilarious, man.
Yeah. The new movies don't even come close. They're just very, 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 very cheap. It's not the same.
We were talking about that they tried to beef him up, and I just feel like the original is really the way he should have been. Like they should have changed him.
Did they try to make him look like more realistic or something? Or
it's just crap.
I love how crude it is because it's really crude and
Baby
Toys, but it
Oopsie
looks
has
great.
Black eyes. The Baby Oopsie has these creepy black eyes.
Yeah.
I always tell people though, Baby Oopsie Daisy is a star of the show. There's no doubt about it. But don't
100%
Terror. Don't sleep on Terror Teddy. Like Terror Teddy. So when that guy gets shot and he's in the middle of the floor, right? And he's dragging his body. And, when Terror Teddy creeps towards him and he's reaching out for the teddy bear, and all of a sudden it pans back to Terror Teddy. And instead of looking like this regular teddy bear, he turns into this dirty, grisly, nasty thing. That's money. I love Terror Teddy.
Yeah,
so
it's cool.
Much. But that's a good movie. And then like the kid in that movie. Where have I seen that kid before? Did that kid look familiar? Like, I swear I've seen him in a different movie.
I'll tell you what, usually it's really easy, I think, for a lot of people, for like kid actors to be incredibly annoying. I thought that even though all of the voice was like ADR, you could tell it was like dubbed over. It's still the performance was great by that kid.
Yeah.
And he's asked to do some pretty ridiculous things. He's like holding a glass of wine. He's wearing those ridiculous contacts and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this movie?
Yeah.
And the whole like that old lady giving the baby to some trick-or-treaters and like
it's
wild, man.
It's wild. It is wild. I love it.
It's good. I do hope Charlie puts that out on 4K. I know he's doing Puppet Master 3 next, which I reviewed the transfers 4K. Unfortunately, it was a mess. I mean, the fact that the disc is duplicated. I mean, the 4K is the movie, bonus features, and then the Blu-ray is the movie with the exact same bonus features. I think that's part of the problem right there. So hopefully he doesn't do that, because there's nothing that can be cooler than some of those movies on genuine 4K. So hopefully he kind of gets his shit figured out. I emailed him. I actually emailed him. I said, Charles, please don't do that again. I never got a response.
Wait, I didn't watch your review on transfers because I was like, oh, I'll watch it, but I haven't watched mine yet. So you're saying it was no good?
No, it's not good at all. There's moments where it looked great, but literally it's like, I've never seen that in my life, where you take the release of the film, you put it on the 4K disc, and all the bonus features on the 4K disc as well. And then on the Blu-ray, it's the duplicate of the 4K. It's the movie with the exact same bonus features again on there. Like, no. Don't put all that memory on that 4K disc. Just put the movie on there as uncompressed as possible. You got a 4K disc. There's a load of memory on that thing. Don't bog it down with special features that are already on the Blu-ray disc. There are moments that look good, like when you'll see Tim Thomerson like in the diner in the beginning. It looks good, but for the majority of it, just looks like a regular Blu-ray. So,
do they restore their own films, or you know who restores them?
That's the craziest
thing. Or if it
thing,
even
right?
was.
Well, I can't tell you exactly who did it, but I can tell you this: William Lustig hooked Charlie up and got him involved with the remaster. So I just think Charlie, whoever was in charge of putting the packaging and release of that film together from that point, just butchered it. Because the crazy thing is, Charlie said on the podcast, when he interviewed William Lustig, he's seen the 4K restorations of a lot of these films that they're going to put out. And he was saying, I've never seen them look like this in my life. This is incredible. You can see this tiny little hair follicle on Anders' face in the subspecies, and Castle Freak, it's insane. Like, I can see like the cracks on the wall. I've never noticed this, but like, I don't remember these movies even looking this good when I made them. So I think that they're getting restored properly, but whoever put transfers out and put it together just botched it completely. Because you don't
really
put the special features. You don't duplicate the special features of both.
There's no reason to duplicate them and there's no reason to duplicate the special features on both discs. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
But to answer the question, because I got this a lot, is the transfers Blu-ray better? No, but the problem is the 4K is only a tiny bit better, because some moments of the film look really good, but for the most part, it just looks like the Blu-ray. So, and there's also captions on the 4K. Charles and Blu-rays never had captions, which I know some people don't care, but me, that's a big deal for me. I got to have the subtitles on, because I always feel like I'm missing out on if I don't understand words properly.
Same. Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, is there anything else to cover? I feel like I'm just getting started, but
I think we just start throwing out some randoms, because I think we already talked about the big ones, the heavy hitters with the Puppet Masters and Child's Play, and we talked about the Poltergeist doll, clown doll,
which Sean Clark has one of them.
Yes, yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, it's wild, man. But if anybody has anything different to bring to the table, I guess we could probably just start chucking some out there, because there's probably not a ton we're going to have to talk about some of these. Like I have this one. I know I just grabbed it. It's not great, but I thought it'd be funny. Black Devil doll.
Hell yes.
So,
it's a classic.
What the hell is that?
What?
I'm so sorry. What is it? I've never heard of that one.
That's okay. It's not really worth it. It says he's here, the meanest, nastiest, dirtiest, raunchiest, ass-kicking Afro-American demon puppet in the most controversial exploitation film of the century.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So if you want your Black Devil doll, I don't know if this is still available or not. Special edition.
That's awesome.
Who's that? Like Unearthed Films or something?
It's pretty old, isn't it?
LCD Lowest Entertainment. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a wild one. I've never heard of that one.
We listen to this, featuring for the first time ever commentary with the Black Devil doll. So he does a commentary on this.
Wow,
that's creative.
Wild, huh?
Dude, there's so many full moon doll movies. Like we didn't talk about Blood Dolls.
Blood Dolls. I had the DVD in there. Now
Yeah,
my horror room is a disaster because I was just.
There's also Ragdoll. I think Full Moon did Ragdoll, right?
Ragdoll. Yeah. I brought up Doll Man, but he's not a doll. He's a human. I'm trying to think of some like non-mainstream stuff, but you know what's coming to mind? You remember that movie, The Boy?
Oh yeah.
Did y'all like that movie, The Boy?
What's that one about?
It was recent. There was two of them actually, I think. But the one is about a doll and one's about a kid.
Where it bombs the boy too. That series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't bother to watch those. Is that a doll movie? Are those doll movies?
Kind of. The doll's not alive
Yeah.
though, right? It's Brahms the whole time, right?
It's kind of but spoiler alert.
Oh no.
I'm gonna say you really can't who gives that. Honestly, they're not that great. I don't think anybody gives a rat's ass, quite frankly. You can't really just talk about these movies just without giving it away. But the bastard kid behind the walls of the house in the first movies, and there's just a doll. It's stupid, to be honest.
Spoiler alert.
It's pretty stupid.
Whoops. Sorry about that.
It made like a shit ton of money. And I remember when it made money, I was like, who's watching this shit?
Oh my god.
Who's watching this garbage?
Well, then the big one's at Annabelle, So I mean, I honestly I've watched I think one of the three, so I don't really have much to say about
I haven't seen any of them. I said the other night I would cancel the entire universe.
The dolls aren't even alive in those movies, though. Really, right? Like it's not really a living doll movie.
Let me say this though. I don't know which one Garrett's seen. Justin hasn't seen any of them. Brandon, I don't know about you. I will die on this hill. Annabelle Creation is one of the best horror movies in the last. No.
Is it really?
It's not the one I saw. Then I saw just the first Annabelle. I have all three of them, but I haven't watched
Annabelle. Garrett,
you're saying Annabelle Creation is one of the best horror movies.
Listen to me, because watch the chat. Watch the chat, because I'm not bullshitting. The chat's gonna say, no, Christian's right. He's really good. Annabelle Creation. It's one of those movies. I don't know who directed it, but the first Annabelle movie is trash. It's peanut butter and jelly. Actually, I shouldn't say that because everybody likes peanut butter and jelly. The first Annabelle movie is just this boring, plain movie. Annabelle Creation is fucking scary, and it's legitimately good, and it's like suspenseful. It's not. He's right. It's not really about the doll, but Annabelle Creation.
Is that number 2 or 3?
It's number 2, but it's technically not technically. I shouldn't say it's a prequel, but it doesn't. Okay. It doesn't.
Kind of like Ouija. How that first one sucked, and then Mike Flanagan
made
Origin of Evil.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like that kind of a deal.
Evil, and then Annabelle Comes Home. I actually thought was fine too, but Annabelle Creation, in my opinion, is the absolute best Conjuring universe movie, hands down. Wow. It's fucking good. It's fucking good. Garrett, you got to check it out. I'm telling you, my wife who hates everything. My wife who hates everything. I remember we watched it and we were like, God, this is good. This is good shit.
Yeah, no, I'll check it out.
Dude, it's good. It's fucking good. It is really goddamn good. I love Annabelle Creation, not Comes Home, Creation. So, yeah.
Christian's getting his pump up the volume thing going on right now. I'm digging it.
Dude, it's fucking good. It's fucking good.
Hell yeah.
And did y'all talk about James Wan's most underrated film?
Dead Silence.
Dead Silence
anymore? Yeah.
We didn't, but no, that's a good one, man.
God,
What happened to that movie? No,
that.
why didn't he do a sequel to Dead Silence?
That came out when I was working at Blockbuster back in the day, and I just refused to watch it. I said, I'm not watching this bullshit.
It's good.
Why?
And I never did. I hear it's good.
It is good, but like I feel like it didn't get a big. It was like kind of hyped, but like for some reason I didn't feel like a lot of people checked it out.
I don't think it did well. I really don't.
I don't think people were into doll movies at the time too. We were in the throes of. I don't like the term torture porn. I just say grow up.
Yeah.
This is a best movie. Deal with it or go home. But that's what we were in the throes of, more or less. And I think it was just like, what the hell is this?
That was 07, right?
That's what I'm saying. 07.
Yeah.
So Hostel was taking over the world at that point. Saw was right. We were just getting Saw 4 at the time. So we were in the throes of that kind of genre of movie. So I think this doll film that comes out around, like, what the hell is this crap?
Yeah.
I've got pigs tying people up in gurneys with feet behind their head, and you're going to come up with a doll movie?
People swimming in a pool with needles. Yeah.
Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights did a Dead Silence house that year, and it was phenomenal.
Oh wow!
It was.
Now was that the only year they did that?
Mary, you could see down. It was just and Halloween Horror Nights 07. There was a Dead Silence house. I think the studio probably thought it was going to be bigger than it was because it kind of came out and fizzled. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, but the house was fantastic too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dolls are like James Wan's bread and butter.
Yeah. Don't you kind of miss like movies that are like supposed to be a big deal and then just kind of flop? Like, I miss that. Nothing flops anymore, right? Like nothing like is supposed to be. It's like nowadays, everything is so surefire. These Marvel, DCU, whatever the hell they're called. Yeah. I'm not going to disparage it. They make a lot of people happy. It's not my cup of tea. God bless you all. Enjoy them. It's like those things, they just make money. They have to make money, and they make money. Yeah. Where's our generation's Waterworld? You know what I mean? Right. Like, where's our generation's? I think flop.
I mean, they put $100 million. Now they just flop on streaming. They spent $100 million on a movie and fucking it flops on streaming. Like, look at the last several Michael Bay movies with like Ryan Reynolds and shit that cost $100 million and nobody fucking knows what they are. Yeah, you know, they just disappear on streaming services. That's the fucking sad thing.
Fall Guy or something? Is that one it is?
I tried watching one of them, dude, and I couldn't even get 10 minutes into it. Some Ryan Reynolds one, but it's crazy.
Well, I know we're talking about dolls, but I actually am kind of looking forward to that new movie, Megan or whatever. I thought that looked pretty freaking creepy looking.
That trailer was amazing. I love that trailer. It looks amazing.
I was excited for it, but I mean, could that be one that, you know, you think that's going to be a pretty big hit, or is that going to flop out?
You know, what James Wan was able to do with Malignant surprised the hell out of me. So I've just decided I'm on board. You know, outside of that whole Conjuring universe.
I'm always on board with James Wan.
So James Wan's doing Megan.
I don't know if he's directing it, but I know it's his like story and executive producer. It's like his baby.
I know it's off topic. I feel like James Wan had a string of movies that were fantastic but fizzled. Like we were talking about Dead Silence. It's not a doll movie, but that movie he did, Death Sentence, was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
With Kevin Bacon. I think that was a James Wan movie. That was fantastic.
Just a good classic revenge story.
Yeah, and that movie fizzled, I think, at the box office, which really sucks. But that was a fantastic fucking movie.
That's what he does, though. Make shits that fizzles.
Here's what. Go ahead.
No, I got nothing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say here's what Vinegar Syndrome needs to get their hands on. Pinocchio's Revenge.
I got the this for that.
This would be a great double feature with like Rumpelstiltskin. You remember that movie?
Rumpelstiltskin was awesome.
Dude. They should do like a double feature because they're both from I think they're both Lionsgate. Oh no, that was Artisan. It was.
They both came out in 95 too, right? 94, 95.
This was 96.
96.
Dude, Rumpelstiltskin driving the semi truck is like a vibe in itself. Okay,
dude, that's a doll, right? We could talk about Rumpelstiltskin. That's Kevin Yeager too. Kevin Yeager did Rumpelstiltskin's makeup. That's why he looks so good.
They need to re-release that. That thing has been out of print forever too.
That was under
Artisan, I think.
Artisan put the DVD out, but I'm trying to remember like the production company. It was like
for which one? For
Rumpel. I call him Rumpel. I don't say it. I just call him Rumpel.
You call him Rumpel?
Justin, have you seen Rumpelstiltskin?
No, man, I'm all quiet over here. I haven't fucking seen that one either.
Garrett will attest. There is nothing more tailor-made for you than Rumpelstiltskin.
I know it's. I think it's even on YouTube.
Republic Pictures is who distributed it.
Republic Pictures. That was a branch of one of the bigger.
You know who directed Rumpelstiltskin? The jackass did Leprechaun.
Yeah, you can tell.
Was it the same dude?
Yeah. Mark Jones.
All he knows how to do
direct little people.
Little people.
Get over there, do this. Drive that truck, damn it.
What's he gonna do now? He's done Leprechaun, he's on Rumpelstiltskin. What's he doing next? The gnome.
Willow.
He's gonna do like the troll under the bridge or whatever.
He did Triloquist in 2008 too, which is a doll movie also.
Oh shit!
He did Triloquist.
Triloquist.
I remember that actually.
We haven't touched on. Oh, sorry, Gary. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I just saw Stephen Lapierre says The Doll in Making Contact. I love that movie, Making Contact. That's a great one, too. I didn't bring it to the table. I forgot about it, but that's a cool movie. Someone just put that out. I think it was Kino on Blu-ray. Because that was not a print title for a while on DVD.
Man.
How about The Fear? That's a doll movie, right?
Oh, hell
it's
yeah.
Doll.
Like, thing looks like Robin Williams, yeah.
It does.
The giant piece of of wood.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like Bicentennial Man or something, but like a wooden one.
That movie was not good, was it? I remember that movie being terrible.
What, The Fear?
Yeah, The Fear.
Oh, it's so bad.
He never moves, right? We never see him move, right? Okay.
Vinegar Syndrome just put that out. Actually,
I bought that. I have it back there, and I haven't. That's another one I've been sitting on, a blind buy that I haven't watched yet.
How good is part 2, Halloween Night? It's got to be fantastic.
They made a part 2.
They did.
Oh, Fear 2.
I think it's called. Isn't it called Fear Halloween Night, or is it called Fear 2? Maybe there's 3 of them now. I don't know.
I don't have that one.
Yeah.
The Fear. Yeah, I think it might have been a made-for-TV movie. I believe. I don't know though.
Very strange movie.
This is a great movie.
Did Stephen King ever do any doll ones?
Dolls?
No, I'm saying, did Stephen King ever do anything with dolls?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Just Poltergeist.
That's true.
Stephen King did Poltergeist?
Oh, Toby Hooper and Spielberg.
I was thinking Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, sorry.
Have
you seen it? This is a killer movie if you guys haven't seen it.
No, what is that?
Oh, Pin. It's a
Canadian one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about a guy basically about a doll that's like in a wheel. It's hard to explain. I can try to read it on here. It's basically their father uses a doll to teach the kids about life and all that stuff, and starts killing people. You can see it up on like a wheelchair, like at the top. It's a Anchor Bay title that's been out of print for like ever. I'm surprised no one's grabbed this movie because it was pretty sought after for a while. But it's a real cool flick. I'm trying to see when this was made. This was a 1988 film. So it's definitely one to check out. Pin.
It's a really weird, like glass looking dude or something.
Yeah.
What is he like? An anatomy prop?
Yeah, anatomy prop. Exactly. It's like, though, you can see the inside of them and stuff, like the muscles and.
It's super creepy. Yeah, I've watched the trailer for that and it looks bizarre, man.
Oh, there is a new series out, Robert. Have you guys seen that?
What the hell?
It's like the Walmart like doll movies or something. It's called Robert.
Oh God, I've seen those slips at
All right,
Walmart.
I got a movie I got to bring up, and it really doesn't fall into the category, but it does. And it's the greatest Amityville movie ever made. Just no question about it.
Dollhouse.
Amityville Dollhouse. Have y'all seen? Obviously, Garrett's seen Amityville Dollhouse.
Oh yeah,
dude.
It's been a while, but I've definitely seen that.
The MTV era Amityville movie.
Listen, I bought that movie because it's like, you know what? I need to get Vinegar Syndrome titles. I don't have that many Vinegar Syndrome titles. Let me get some more. I get Amityville Dollhouse because I figured, what the hell, right? When that little boy is sitting on his bed and his pops comes into the room with those yellow eyes, I'm not bullshitting you. I was kind of fucked up for a minute. I was like, holy crap. Like, this dude is freaky looking. Yeah. And I was just taken aback by it. And honestly, for like a 90s straight to video thing, I got to say, Amityville Dollhouse it fucking slams. Like,
yeah, that's one of the better ones. There was a couple in the 90s like that, or the late 80s and 90s that were actually pretty good. You know,
dude,
the Next Generation I
Dollhouse,
liked, but Dollhouse is rad too.
Amityville 2, It's About Time.
Classic.
Yeah, those are all good.
But Dollhouse is me, dude. I kind of love it.
That's in that box set, isn't it? Because I got that Cursed Objects box set.
Bastard.
Yeah, that's right.
See, I was convinced. I'm not going to name the guy, and he probably is not watching it. I love him to death, but he told me they all suck. Don't buy that house. And I went against my better judgment. I could have bought that cute little house that you could get the damn movies in.
It's
now I have them separate like an idiot at my shelf. I look like an idiot, okay? I've got the stupid movies sitting on the Blu-ray shelf where they could be sitting in a house.
I'm surprised they haven't sold I'm surprised they haven't sold that separately. They do that every once in a while. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that again. Sell a couple hundred of just the boxes for that.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Well, they made a goddamn Hobgoblin slipcase. They may as well make the Amityville house available again.
There's just a few hundred copies of that. I need to pick that up ASAP. Last I looked, there was like 700 or 800.
About Vinegar. I was on the website today, Vinegar Syndrome, looking at the prices. I noticed some of them are already slashed.
Time out. Pronounce it correctly.
Vinegar Syndrome.
It's a UH at the end of vinegar.
Is it really?
It's Garrett's. Garrett's got that accent.
Vinegar.
Oh, right. Vinegar
Syndrome.
Anyway, continue.
Those I'm seeing slashed prices. They're like yellow, right? Are those going to go down even farther for the Black Friday sale, or is that what the prices are going to be?
No, they're going to go down.
Because like Roadhouse is 45. I almost bought Roadhouse today. I'm like, I'm going to wait for fucking Black Friday.
That
It's
ain't
going to go down even farther.
That ain't going down.
Yeah, so
I think they said anything after June or July is not on sale.
Yeah, so basically what they usually do is they give you like a cutoff, like, hey, everything that came out before June will be on sale, and then everything that came out after will be the price that's on there now. So the only thing I would say is I don't know, with Vinegar Syndrome they always say that you can so if you go on their site you can see how many are available, and like if it says over 1,000 you're usually pretty good, but those things start to sneak down pretty quick. So if you see anything like in the hundreds, like I would grab it if you want it. Like I don't know what the limit is on like what they're allowed to sell. Like for Roadhouse, like I don't know I'm surprised like Texas Chainsaw 2 is still around.
I need to get those two then, because I was going to pull the trigger today. I was going to pull those two, Madman and Slaughterhouse, which I was very surprised to see. I need to get that shit. Maybe I won't wait. Maybe I should just buy them. Probably
on Black Friday, I bet. I bet you can on Black Friday. I think you can get Madman and Slaughterhouse cheap.
Right. Yeah. Maybe I should just do Roadhouse and Texas Chainsaw 2 because I want those slipcovers.
I mean, unless you're gonna be, are you gonna be around like that night so you can, when they go live, you could go on and just get all four?
Yeah, I got my alarm set for midnight. Like, go to the sale. But
yeah, I would probably just get them all there, because even if they're not on sale, it's to pay double shipping. If you bought one today, a stack today, and then another one, they're gonna still be there. I would just not hesitate and like wait till Sunday night or something.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
Do you think
Slaughterhouse had that cool slip? Oh, my bad.
You think they're gonna restock the doll, the Amityville house ever?
I don't know. They should, but I don't know. Like sometimes I think they like to make things limited because it gets people excited to jump on their shit quick, thinking that things are going to sell out. So
yeah, I don't understand that.
Well,
if they ever do, I'm gonna grab it.
I tagged you in something today for something Full Moon posted. Did you look at it? I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it's interesting thing about that. Charlie said he's going to try to do a box set for every 10 movies throughout his career and put them out. So the first 10 movies he did are his first legitimate 10 movies he made throughout the 70s. Tourist Trap's in there, which is great. Mansion of the Doomed is in there, which is great. It's a good movie, Lance Henriksen. But a lot of those films are weird comedies or like weird romance films. So I'm not going to get that one. But he says he's going to do it in intervals of 10, which is interesting because guess what happens in the 80s Empire era? He doesn't own any of those movies. But he's talking like he's going to do box sets for all these films. How is he going to do this? He got the rights to do the Empire box set, we know, because this son of a bitch below me has it.
Yeah, I got it.
But if he puts if he does volume 2 and it's got, blah 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 in it, I'm gonna grab it. But it's gonna be if he happens to actually get the permission to license out some of those Empire titles, which I think MGM owns.
Well, you know what? I mean, regardless, if he does it, grab it quick just in case he spits a couple out and then gets in trouble and then has to pull it back,
Yeah, but he definitely, if he does those, we're gone. When he lists them on the site, you better be ready. In an hour tops, they're gone. They'll be gone.
Well, this is something different. Ben Grimm said that Charles Band was dating Demi Moore.
Yep. He's making Parasite. Dude, his book is really good. I loved his book. He went through he went to jail once, just not paying people. He's just crazy, dude. He's the best.
Good Lord.
But yeah. I don't know, guys. Do y'all have anything? I don't want to keep y'all. Like I said, it's been a long.
I got two honorary mentions real quick.
Yeah.
Really?
2 small ones. I don't know if it counts because he's a ghoulie, but the clown doll from Ghoulies 1.
Yes.
And also the Clown Without Pity segment from Treehouse of Horror 3. I think are worth mentioning.
Jesus Christ.
That was a deep cut right there.
Yeah, that is a deep cut.
Talking about?
Throwing some Simpsons in here.
Oh yeah.
Great stuff though. Treehouse of Horror was my favorite thing. That was one of those every Halloween you were ready to check that thing out. Did it always come on Halloween night, or was it a special, or was it always that Sunday, whatever of the week?
It was usually that Sunday.
I always remember watching them on Halloween, I thought.
Yeah, they usually had the scare-a-thons on Halloween. They would play whatever the first 4 or 5 they had. And then, they started doing the World Series on Fox, and that started delaying the Treehouse of Horror episodes. So it kind of turned into a joke, but
now,
The Simpsons now. But
are they still doing them now?
They are. I haven't seen the one from this year that just happened, but they really haven't been good the last 15 years. You know what I mean? I think just like The Simpsons itself, they just kind of, it's cool that they're still on. I'm glad Simpsons is still around, but the episodes have not been great.
But imagine being somebody that literally has watched The Simpsons every week this whole time.
Yeah. That would be insane.
I cannot believe it's still on. I don't know anybody who still watches it.
I don't either. It's insane.
I don't know how it survives.
I haven't probably watched it in probably 20 years, probably.
Yeah, it just got so bad. It's comforting that it's still on.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you a damn thing about the last 10 years besides a couple episodes, which were garbage. So
and what are the concepts? I'm curious to watch one now. What are the storylines at this point?
Did Justin like Dolly Dearest?
I didn't really care for Dolly Dearest.
What?
I'm so sorry, man.
How could you, dude?
I gave it on Letterboxd. I gave it I think 1.5 stars, maybe 2.
That's bullshit.
It kind of bored me to tears, man. I love the effects. What's her face look ridiculous? Dolly, is that her name? Just Dolly?
You didn't like the guy. You didn't like the dude that ended up becoming the boss for the Men in Black, though. In the film,
Rip Torn. His accent just goes in and out throughout the whole movie.
Dude, he's a method actor.
They got a really dark tan on it, and they darkened his beard. It was pretty absurd.
I understand. I love Dolly Dearest, but
have you watched it recently?
I watch it regularly.
Oh.
I watch it 3 times a year. I watch it, dude. I get my breakfast, lunch, and dinner for Dolly.
Damn, I just didn't think it held that much rewatch value, but I'm glad you love it, man.
Oh, dude, I'm obsessed with it.
There's just not enough of her in the movie. That's the problem. I think it was really hindered by a budget, a lower budget, and just the middle of the movie just really dragged, and then Cool Stuart starts popping off towards the end of the movie, but
it's just so bizarre. Who buys a doll factory in Mexico and doesn't even look at it before buying it?
I feel like they cut a bunch of stuff from that movie because they mentioned something as they're driving to their location, that they can't go back. Like they left somewhere in a hurry and they can't go back home or something. So I feel like they were running from something that was like cut from the script.
You can ask Garrett though, when Dolly Dearest got announced that Vinegar Syndrome had it, dude, it was pandemonium. Like this was like one of the first times. This was one of those titles that we were like, oh shit, like Vinegar Syndrome has arrived. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because Dolly Dearest had a fan base, and it wasn't like this random ass weirdo movie nobody's heard of. Like that was the first time I remember like Vinegar Syndrome was like a player. You know what I mean?
Well, so Brendan messaged it. He mentioned it earlier that it had a lot of hype on VHS as well. It was always one you saw at the store, sitting on the shelf. That image and those posters and whatnot. So it had a following back then. I don't know, like, did this thing hit the theaters? It had to have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did it really? You got a theatrical release?
I'm pretty sure I remember seeing it in the AMC too. Not seeing it in theaters, but seeing the poster.
It's from 91. So it was right at the height of Chucky craze too. And
the mom, what's the
mom from Pet Sematary in it?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, she's great in it.
Yeah.
Do you guys are you guys checking to see if it had a theatrical
It says
release?
Well, Wikipedia says it was supposed to be direct to video, but it did get a limited theatrical release in the Midwest. But I could have sworn we had it down here, but I could be wrong. But it was all over the VHS stores and stuff like that for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Creepy ass doll. I'm glad y'all brought up Pinocchio's Revenge. That's a classic.
It is.
Needs an upgrade.
This is the whole premise of that movie. The doll is like forensic evidence to a murder, and she gives it to her daughter as a present. And she's like a cop, isn't she? Like a cop. Like, what the hell is going on? But I don't know. How'd they get away with doing that? Is Pinocchio not region free? What am I trying to say? Is Pinocchio
it's public domain.
Domain.
It's like an 800-year-old story or something like that.
Speaking of public domain, are y'all ready for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I'll check it out. Yeah. I mean, just to see what the heck they do with that.
I'm actually excited about it. I want it to be good. I want it to be good,
I actually think it's going to be better than like Halloween Ends, to be honest with you, because,
it could maybe.
Brandon's ready for Blood and Honey.
I am. Yeah. Dude, speaking of Halloween Ends, I watched The Black Phone recently, finally, and I think it was a lot better than Halloween Ends. I was just putting that out there.
Let me tell you the
fantastic film.
Yeah.
Black Phone was good, I thought, yeah.
I think you guys are being a little kind to it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me just say this. It's a good movie. It's not dangerous.
What?
Those kids, when they get Black Phone.
Oh, yeah.
No, we definitely needed
just
more.
Let me say this. I didn't feel the real fear from the kids when they're locked in that damn dungeon. This is what Ethan Hawke did when he goes in there. This is what he did. The kids are in. This is what he does. He just sits there. He doesn't do anything creepy. I didn't feel the danger.
No, you're right. I think it was great until we got down into the dungeon type thing. I liked the idea of him like on the streets at the baseball game. I loved all that stuff. I thought the aesthetics looked awesome. But you're right. I mean, I think once we got down into that, it wasn't as brutal as I thought maybe it would have been.
Yeah. And it's like I worry, like when I bring that up, I'm worried somebody's like, oh, so you want to see kids being tortured? No. I'm watching a horror film. I want to see danger. I want to feel some kind of emotion. But I
feel like it was a lot more psychological, rather than a straight horror movie. I mean, there's horror elements, of course.
I lessened on it the more I watched it, to be honest with you. I think the mask is cool, but I hate to agree with Sean Clark and Chris on this, but they're kind of right. Like doesn't look like a fucking 70s mask made from the 70s. It looked like it was something that was made last week, which it legitimately was.
Yeah.
So, but I like the design of it. I'm sure Trick or Treat Studios is going to put it out. And that's really a minor gripe, but the film didn't seem that dangerous to me. I don't know.
It should have felt more dangerous. I think Ethan Hawke might be too likable too as an actor to play a scary role like I believed him, but he's almost a bit too charming as an actor to play an evil scumbag like that. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And also, is the mask something he bought, or like is it like a family heirloom? Because there's obviously a lot of weird history in that house that we don't. Because like the phone's been there since he was a kid, and he's heard it ringing and shit. So like, there's some kind of weird backstory I want.
Oh, you'll get your prequel.
They need to make a prequel.
You'll get your prequel. I was watching Smile the other day. I got to finish it. It seems a little dumb. I don't know. I got to finish it. I had to go to bed. I was enjoying it, but I was just waiting for the shoe to drop. I was like,
it's just jump scare after jump scare after jump scare. And the soundtrack is just insane. Like the sound design, like booms and crashes every 2 seconds. I can review it very favorably.
They should have put me in that movie. All I do is smile. I'd have been great for that movie.
You know, the smile was actually one of the better aspects. I thought it was going to be like laughable the entire time. And a couple times it was kind of laughable, but they pulled that off. It wasn't like, what was it, Truth or Dare, where they're doing that stupid CGI smile. Oh, I think that was Truth or Dare.
I don't think Garrett would like Smile. Garrett ain't gonna like it.
No, you're not gonna like Smile.
I was planning on watching it. I haven't seen that, and I haven't seen Barbarian yet either.
No,
we haven't seen Terrifier 2 either.
Oh, that one, yeah, Terrifier 2. I haven't seen that either.
That's cool.
But I'm looking forward to Barbarian the most, I think, because I know
I loved it.
I know zero about it. Like, I don't know. Everybody keeps talking about it, but luckily, like, no one spoiled it, or I have skimmed by some stuff, but I don't know.
That's the best way to go into that movie.
I have no idea what it's about. Everybody says it's like, oh, it's so shocking. And so I have zero idea what this movie's about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a fun way.
The cool thing about Barbarian, and it has nothing to do with the movie, don't worry. That script got passed. One of the producers was talking about it. Every studio passed on the script. Like, nobody wanted to touch it. And finally, it got put out, and now it became like this big thing, which is cool. So I loved it.
I better find a way to watch it because the physical media thing is still up in the air, correct? So I mean, with Terrifier, I've got it pre-ordered, so I'm like, I'll just wait and watch it then. But with this, who knows, right?
The producer of the film on Twitter said, "Yes, a Blu-ray is going to come." That's what the producer said on Twitter. I saw it. Somebody tagged me or tweeted at me to the guy's comment. Now,
I saw that. Yeah,
I don't know when
he said. He said something like features were done or something on it.
Yeah. He said something like so I don't know. It needs it because it's a gorgeous film. This is why I keep telling people Paramount is the greatest. Paramount, they put Orphan First Kill came out on Blu-ray. That was straight to streaming. They put out everything. Paramount is still releasing new releases of the Friday the 13th collections. They've done like 37, and they do a new one every 6 months. I love Paramount. I'll never say anything bad about Paramount. You can say, oh, they're just milking. Well, you don't have to buy those, but if your house fucking burns down tomorrow and you need to get the Friday the 13th movies in your collection again, you have 1,000 options right now. To me, that's a cool thing. I'll always praise that. So, and they put everything out.
I haven't seen Orphan either, but the new one. But I'm thinking that was one. I'm like, Black Friday. Hopefully it goes down. I can just snag it. Dude, but I hear it's pretty good. Really, I like the first one a lot.
First one's great. This one really raised the stakes. I thought it was really good. She's kind of like a doll, She kind of. So.
Oh, she's like a doll.
She's like a doll, man. But all right, guys, been going for a while. I don't want to keep you guys much longer. Look, I'm sorry. Like, I know you guys are good sports, but it's like you're gonna be mad at me. It's not like I could have done it. Obviously, I've got to figure out how to It's weird because 9 times out of 10 I do shows no problem. I record podcasts with Nick all the time, and even though it's recording, it's not live. I'm using the internet to broadcast the show with him. No problem. Do it all the time. And now I don't know what the hell is going on. It's the damnedest thing. It's just the damnedest thing. And
it probably like I think it's a couple things. It's probably the live, and the more people you have on the stream, the more power you need to have, because that was happening to me too. I bought a whole new computer just to stream because I was having issues with more people in the streams and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I have this computer right here is it's a 2017 MacBook Pro. So it's like, I got the latest updates and everything. Obviously I'm assuming I've been better since I've been in the living room.
Yeah.
Next
You
to
have
my router.
Yeah.
So you're
not freezing up really. So
I want to keep doing these, but I don't want to do it where I just, all right, guys, we're going to go live. Just be ready to take the show. I don't want to do that. Although I appreciate you guys, and I'll figure something. I was telling Sydney, I've got to probably figure out how to get my router just legitimately closer to the room, or just fucking stream in my living room. I got pictures up there, so I got some cool background. It's something.
You can have wires going from like the room all the way to the living room and stuff. Like,
it'd be a disaster. But, yeah. So Justin, I appreciate it, man. I'm sorry I ruined it. It's ruined.
But you didn't ruin shit. We had a good time. We actually ran pretty smooth. When you hopped out, we kept the chat going. We babysat the stream very well.
Say they've had practice.
You slipped right into that host role. Great.
It did.
Oh, Brandon, why don't you tell everybody real quick what you got going on? I know you're remastering your movie right now, Loon. How is that going?
It's long and tedious. It's I didn't realize how big the quality jump was. I'm going back to the original export I made of it, and this was back in 2015 when I uploaded the first 1080i, to YouTube. It made it to 1080p on its own, but the upload was so bad. So you saw that side-by-side comparison I made today of the quality. It's night and day.
I saw that. It's nice.
Not that it was the best in the first place, because I was still getting used to that camera when we made that film, and I was using Pinnacle Premiere or Pinnacle Pro at the time, not even Premiere yet. So just there's so many things working against that original cut, but I'm thinking I'm getting it to where I'm happy with it. It's definitely going to be a lot better than the original upload.
Now, do you literally have to go frame by frame, second by second on this and just if you can, if it's really hard to explain, don't worry about it. But like for somebody to understand how to remaster something in 4K digitally, what's the first thing you do?
For me in this, I'm sure there's a million ways to do it. And there's obviously professional ways to do this too, but I just had a simple file that I imported into Premiere in a 4K timeline. I set everything to scale, up to the 4K resolution. I set because it's a 1080i file. I set it to progressive. I did some sharpening a little bit, like 20%. And I added in the same film grain effect I had originally, which helps polish over some of the pixelation that I couldn't get rid of. And it kind of helps give the illusion of that higher, that sharpness.
Right.
I'm fucking rambling like an idiot right now, but I'm trying to get across the point. I'm doing some color correction and adding some shadows and some contrast, and really, really trying to bring it back to life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate to draw the attention away from the original upload because that has 2 million views, but if we're starting to make new movies now, you know what I mean? So I really want the original ones to be in 4K or better quality, because the original upload, like I said, is so shitty of a watch, because it's a shitty movie anyway, but I want it to at least look good. You know what I mean? So,
I like it. I like Loon a lot.
I appreciate it. A lot of people do, but I'm happier with what we did for the $100 versus, or what we could have done for $100 versus, what actually ended up on screen.
Right.
So it's a love-hate relationship.
All right. Well, what else you got? You got any videos coming up, Brandon? You're on a roll for a while, man. And then
I know, man. I fizzled out. I fizzled out hard after the Leatherface day, to be honest. Like, it's been 2 or 3 months now. I've kind of haven't been consistent.
I want the genuine Just the Thoughts. Like, I want videos of you like this. Just fucking like chilling. And I want you to be like, yo, guys, dude, did y'all ever think about like Halloween 2 when like I want those kinds of Just the Thoughts. Yeah, dude. I was thinking about
I recorded 4 of them last night though, Christian. So I got some coming for sure. I got a bunch of I got a bunch of complaining to do about Halloween ends coming up too. So I got a lot of shit. I just got to record it, man.
I want this, Brandon. I want like, yeah, dude. Just a thought, man. What team was that jersey the Ghoulie was wearing in Ghoulies Go to College when he was sitting on the couch? What number was that? I can't remember. That's the kind of Just the Thoughts I'm ready for.
That's actually a good topic. I'm going to have to steal that shit. That's a whole video right there. I do, yeah. A lot of it's at work. A lot of it was also stuff I posted on horror groups on Facebook. That I'm like, I'm going to go back and take that and turn that into a fucking video. So.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight. You guys were awesome. The chat was great. I apologize, guys, but hopefully it's just you enjoy the craziness. Shit goes down all the time on here. Justin, man, I'm glad you're here, dude. I hope the journey to get here was
it was a wild one, man.
That was good, man. It forced him to watch some stuff that's been sitting on the shelf for a long time. I need to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, there was a gem. Demonic Toys was fine, but Dolls, I found a new favorite. Like, that's one I will absolutely go back and rewatch. So I'm glad I finally watched that for sure.
You need to watch these. You need to watch Trilogy of Terror.
Yeah, I have to. I have to knock that off the list.
You got to.
I've heard nothing but good things for so many fucking years.
Yeah, Zuni. I showed him.
What?
He was here. He was here when you came back.
Holy crap.
So
that thing's awesome.
Yeah. I'm intrigued. I'm fully intrigued by that.
Yeah.
The scariest doll.
That's cool.
The fucking scariest doll.
Yeah, that's cool. My son loves this doll. Loves it.
So, Justin, what did we take away from the journey to get to the Living Doll show? What you said you're a Dolls fan now? Big fan of Dolls.
I'm a Dolls fan. You got to shovel through a lot of shit, but there's some gems in there. There really is.
Is there anything you're looking forward to?
As far as doll movies?
I think you go straight to the top and you watch. I'm serious. Like, I know it's a big movie.
What's the top?
Annabelle Creation. I'm not kidding. I'm not trolling.
Okay, yeah. You guys aren't the first. I've actually heard good things about that movie. I just never wanted to be forced to watch the original one. Do I have to watch the first one before I watch the second one? Is it that connected?
Nah.
Because isn't it? It's a origin, like a prequel, right?
It's a prequel.
A prequel.
Yeah.
I'll watch it, man.
It's good. What do you have coming up on Movie Watch Daily?
I think tomorrow. I haven't posted a review in a while. Have you guys heard of the menu? I want to review some of these doll movies on the Dead Couch. I want to put them on that channel.
Okay.
But have you guys heard of a movie called The Menu with Anya Taylor-Joy?
Yep.
Yeah. No. I believe the early screenings start tomorrow, and it looks awesome. It looks really, really good. So I'm gonna hopefully see tomorrow and drop a review, and I have some other things planned for Dead Couch too. But
well,
now that it's getting cold, I'm gonna have to do a lot more filming. It already started to snow in Kansas City, so I'm gonna be cooped up a lot this winter, and it's the perfect time to shoot a bunch of videos.
I'm excited, man. You just crossed 5,000 subscribers.
5,000, man. I need to check now to make sure it didn't bump down to like 4,999.
Oh, it's 5,000. It's 5.
How long have you had your channel?
A little over 2 years.
How'd you get 5,000 subscribers in 2 years?
You know, if I'm honest, and I've talked a lot about this before, it's just a couple videos, a few videos hitting.
Right.
You know, and they were mainly news videos. Like just hey guys, and there's an update in Hocus Pocus.
Hey guys, Kevin Bacon said he'll play Freddy Krueger. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
That one would pop up.
What's up, guys? Like and subscribe the video. If you're ready for the video, hit the like button. Smash the subscribe button.
That's how those news channels always are too. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? If you're ready for this video, smash that like button. Smash the subscribe button.
Can you imagine keeping that kind of energy in every video? Like, some guys are just built for that, man.
I think
I have to really amp myself up.
If he put his mind.
No, I can do it. Nah,
yeah, I want it.
I just turn it. I can just turn it on, and I'm good to roll.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it, but you're right. Like 5,000, and I mean, dude, that's like a couple months more than when I've been on. I've been like, I think it's been like 2 years, and yeah, it's been like 2 years and maybe like a week or something like that for me.
You know what it is? It's crazy. Like when I first started, I was just trying to do as many videos as I possibly could. Like all day during work, I'm flipping through the news, flipping on the news, and then you'll see a story, run home, throw the camera on, and try to get it out as early as possible. And I did that several times, and a lot of videos hit. Like that Hocus Pocus video hit hard, hella hard. A bunch of Fear Street stuff. But
I should have. I reviewed the couple Fear Street movies, but I stopped because I don't like reviewing movies. Is that weird? Like, I'm good at it, and I feel like
you review movies every single day. What are you talking about? You do it every day.
Movies. I talk about
them.
Just, like,
well, it's sort of
I
the same.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about me, but I don't know. Like,
I think you do a fine job, sir. You really do.
I want to get better at just reviewing movies more often. I feel like I don't do it that much. I like to talk about laser discs and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I don't know, and I like doing podcasts. So
yeah, it's all like all the streaming stuff is it's just such a different animal, you know. But a lot less editing. Fuck.
Yeah, that's why.
Not in my case.
Worse. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, depending on the video and the content, of course. But
hey, congratulations, dude!
I appreciate it, man. It's crazy, man. It really is. A little over 2 years. My first videos are fucking horrible, man.
You know, Brandon's been there. He's got a successful channel. He started from the ground up. Did Tomato Vision. He's already growing fast.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we've had it since 2018, but I've only really been active for this year on Tomato Vision. Like I've had some stuff here and there, but this is the first active year with consistent content.
He's growing like a weed, man.
That's awesome, man.
Garrett too. Garrett's came out swinging. I remember Garrett came on the scene. He had the Friday the 13th box set. What's up, guys? They were looking at the goddamn running remote.
That was my first video. I was like, all right, well, I gotta come into it. Now's the time. This thing just came out. I was super psyched for it. So, so it's been about like 2 years. It's been a fun time for sure. I'm still creeping towards. I think I got like 280 subs to get to 2K. So I'm almost there, but I would like to get it before the end of the year for sure. That's been a goal of mine, this year, is to try to get 2K before the end of the year. And
I think you'll make that for sure.
The first 1,000 kind of snail paced a little bit, but I only hit 1,000 in May, I think April. So I mean, it's to get that other 1,000 from April to now was a lot quicker than before. But I mean, it is what it is. It's fun as hell. It's cool. I meet all you guys, hang out with people in the chat. We got the Rad Pack thing going on. So, I mean, it's fun, man, for sure. And it keeps me busy. It keeps me, not just focused on work all the time. So super fun, man. And I'm with you in the sense. It's like editing. I hate, like, dude, I have unboxing I got from Kenny Levels. It's sitting in the editing room right now. I've got the showcase of that new Critter doll or whatever, like that thing sitting on the editing floor. So these are all videos that are coming. It's just, I'm just very like, I got to edit it. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather just go live and, do it all there. But it's better to have specific videos for specific things than me having to do a stream and get through like 10 things at once. So I'm just trying to mix it up, but I'll probably have those out this week because I'm going to be out of town all weekend. So I want to try to get something up before Saturday.
Last question before we wrap this up, because I'm fascinated about this. How do you edit your videos? Do you edit it on your cell phone? Do you use your cell phone to film your videos?
Yeah, I do everything on my phone. Yeah, that's just me. Mm-hmm.
Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, you shoot and edit on both on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I edit on my phone too. I shoot on my Canon, and then I just take the card and bump it to my phone. But yeah, I use KindMaster. It's the only app I've used since I started my channel, and I've edited every single video on it. That KindMaster is really good.
Oh, I've never heard of that, so I'll check it.
Oh, dude,
pay for it, right?
It is a paid app. I think the price just jumped up on it, but it's got all kinds of elements and all. It's a good app for a mobile editing app. It's amazing.
Your edits are good. So I imagine it's probably really good.
Yeah, it has really precise controls and it's super easy. I had never edited a video in my life until about 2 years ago. But I can't wait to jump to it having an actual computer.
Can you believe this? Brandon editing their videos on he films on his camera. He's got a good camera. He puts it on his phone and edits it with his thumbs.
Yeah.
He doesn't
literally do that.
Well, it's wild.
And that's what's hard because I'm slumped over on the couch and I get tired. It takes me so long to edit because I'm just like, it's hard to everybody knows this, work, shoot a video, edit it. That's a long process, man.
Oh, yeah.
You guys all know that. It's fucking tough.
It's demotivating sometimes when you have to record some content and you're just like, fuck, I don't want to do any of that.
Hey,
yeah,
raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've ever edited a video, exported it, gotten ready to upload it, and said to yourself, this video is gonna fucking tank miserably, and I know it. Like, just you knew it as soon as you got done with it. Like, I don't give a shit about this. Nobody in the world is gonna give a shit about this. But here I am. I'm about to review Sin City 2. Like, just something random.
I always think the opposite, actually. I think a video is gonna kill it, and then it just tanks.
What happened the other day is I filmed like 3 videos in one night, and I was like, all right, sweet, I got 3 things. But then I was like, oh shit, I got to edit everything. And then one of the videos I did, I looked back on it, I'm like, this sucked, and I just deleted the whole thing. So now I got to redo it because I'm like, I didn't like it. I think
that happened.
The third one in the mix, I was like, I was tired. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I have to do it again. So.
Yeah, it's tough, man. The editing process sucks.
Yeah, but you seem like
I do want to review some of these movies we talked about tonight, though. Like, I wanted to do like a double feature review, like Dolly Dearest and Dolls, and do like double feature reviews where I review 2 movies. I think that would be pretty cool, but maybe I'll do something like that.
I might as well do that for sure.
Yeah, knock a couple out.
I want to announce that I'll be on the Facci Cinema channel soon. I'm going to be doing the
Dream
Warriors.
Shit.
Little return, man.
Little Dream Warriors. Little Dream Warriors commentary.
Hell yeah.
I know, Justin.
That'll be a great time.
I want you right on that couch the whole time, too.
I want y'all on the show with me. I want
lay down
Brandon
on the couch
Tabano
Dream Warriors.
Watching Dream Warriors. Hey, Christian, dude.
That's going to be you.
That's going to be Christian. This is just a thought I had, dude.
Don't tempt me, goddammit.
You remember Dream Warriors?
I got a really good couch right there.
You know what you should do? We should do a new series called like Sleepover, where everybody's just laying down.
That would be chill, dude.
On the couch watching
That's the best thing ever.
That would be amazing,
dude. Yeah, it'll be like
at
Christian
least like kick
party
back.
And everybody just laying on with like a blanket.
We got blankies.
I want the sock with the
pillows
toe sticking out, the hole in the toe. Hey, Christian, dude.
Some snacks.
Dude, just a bag of Doritos and stuff. Yeah.
Making s'mores. Somebody fucking sets their couch on fire accidentally. Good stuff.
That'd be so killer. Like a sleepover stream.
That's actually not a bad idea at all.
Just a thought, Christian. When Freddie says "Welcome to prime time," do you think it was actually prime time, or do you think it was more like 11 o'clock at night or something? Because she looked pretty tired. Yeah, like, I want those kinds of videos. Yeah, she looked a little tired, dude. So, all right, this was fun. Thank you guys for Thank you. You guys.
That was great. A good time, man.
Thank you to the chat. Garrett, what do you have coming up, man? I don't want to leave you out. What do you have coming up?
I just got some
deleted one video. People want that deleted video.
Reviews, and I've got a couple reviews I got to get out of the way. I get some Arrow stuff, some MVD stuff I got to review. I got that Critter doll I'm going to review and showcase. I've got Kenny Levels surprise unboxing I got to do. Those are probably the big 4 that I've got coming out. Hopefully I can get some out before Saturday. I just got to edit.
You want to promote your TikTok? I know you're on TikTok.
Yeah, I've been doing a little more on that. It's at Born to Be Rad on TikTok. You can check me out there. So I've been doing a little bit more on that platform, mainly because I think if you get over 1,000 followers, you can go live on it. So I was thinking it might be just a different avenue to kind of take, where maybe like if I'm going to promote a show here, then I can go live really quick and just say, hey, come check it out or whatever. But you can't do that until you get to 1,000. So that's why I'm like doing a little bit more on there to just try to get that past that 1,000 to do that. So
who'd be tailor? You know who's tailor made for TikTok?
Justin.
No.
Who?
Brandon. He's Mr. Just the Thought. He's Mr. Minute and a half.
He looks like he's putting the kibosh on the TikTok thing.
I can't do that shit on a whim though, man. I'll stutter and fucking freeze up and slur and all kinds of shit.
You should be duplicating your uploads, is what I'm saying.
I think so.
Oh,
like you're Just the Thought videos that you share as as shorts on YouTube. Dude, they're tailor made for TikTok. You are Mr.
That's
TikTok.
true.
You can even do like the TikTok where you say, tell the person, turn your phone sideways. And then go down like that.
Come with me. That's not a bad idea. I have a TikTok technically because I was trying to get that Ghostface voice earlier this year, but I don't really upload to it. Maybe that's a good fucking idea. I could rebrand it as Tabata Vision TikTok.
Yeah.
Tabata TikTok. TTT.
TikTok Tabata. Yeah, there we go.
You can do that. Also, we're gonna click on it. He's dancing on there and stuff.
Oh man,
are you not on TikTok, Justin? What are you doing, dude? You're Mr.
No, I need to.
Like
I need it. I have one.
Dude, you look like.
I just don't ever use it.
He looks like a TikTok. What does that mean?
I mean, no, it's a compliment. I'm serious. It's a compliment. You got your jacket on. I love the jacket. Dude,
well, the smart thing is that you can make content for multiple platforms, like just reposting your TikToks on Reels, and it's that all these apps are favoring the video content and the Reels and Shorts and all that shit. So you can post those on all 3 platforms at the same time, which is awesome.
That's a good idea.
Who was it told us that they're monetizing Shorts next year on YouTube?
YouTube is they're going to start giving you like was it like 35% sharing it with you that way? But yeah, they're going to start monetizing Shorts, which I'm very excited about because my other channel has a lot of Shorts. Yeah.
I'm going to be like, what's up, guys? Say we're going to go watch Blu-ray. We're going to 24/7. Give me 3 see y'all.
You're gonna be the
dude, those Shorts on YouTube, those things fucking hit hard, man. Like I upload a lot of toddler videos of my kid on my regular channel, and they'll get like 10,000 views in like a day sometimes. Like that's a huge fucking.
Yeah, I try to do Shorts. If I don't upload a video on a certain day, I try to put a short up on there. That way I got something going on in the channel every day. So
you've been doing some TikTok like shorts with the where you'll do like the trivia and the fun facts. Those are good videos. Me? Yeah, you did a couple of them that I've seen you post on Reels. Like, did you know? And then tell like some fun facts about Halloween 2 or whatever.
Oh, that's what he is doing. He is doing the multi there, But it's funny because I feel like sometimes when I'll post like a reel, I'll be like, oh, this thing is going to get fucking big numbers. And it like never does. And then I'll post like one random one and I'll be like, what the hell? Why is everybody watching this?
It's so
4,000 views.
Yeah, it was weird. Like there was one day, I forget what it was. It was like on the weekend or something. I posted some random video and then all of a sudden, like I was like getting ready to leave to go somewhere. And I looked at something and it's like, oh, I went on my YouTube and I had like way more like subs and I'm like, what the fuck what's going on? I'm like, I think someone must have shared my video or something because I was like, I literally just got 25 subs in like an hour. Like
that's crazy.
I'm like, what the hell's happening?
It's like the algorithm would work for me all the time. Fuck.
Well, then I looked over at like that short that I just did. It was like 16,000. I'm like, in an hour, 16,000. Like,
holy shit.
Yeah, it was weird.
That means that the algorithm caught it, and when people were going through shorts on YouTube, yours would pop right up.
Boom, it just was the most random thing, and like I was like, what just happened? Like, yeah, it was out of nowhere.
I'm gonna do a TikTok tomorrow of the most blatantly boring Halloween facts ever that everybody knows. Let's see what happens.
And it'll fucking blow up.
Did you know that the original Michael Myers mask was originally a Star Trek mask? You
Those
know
are the
YouTuber that talks.
Oh, you're doing that one guy, dude, where he tells all the. Yes, I love that channel, dude.
Did you know
that
Michael
cadence
Myers
is so
was a
odd?
Star Trek.
Well, that was like the other guy there. What's his name there? The guy that's got all the big the subs. At home, films at home.
Films at home, yeah.
He posted something and then he got a lot of views and he's like, I can't believe I got all these views. Like, you know, it was such great content. I'm like, yeah, it's so random. He posted like, did you know if Halloween 3 was called Season of the Witch, more people would like it? And I'm like, dude, yeah, people have been saying that for like freaking 20 years. And all of a sudden it got like all this like traction. I'm like, what the hell?
It's usually because it appeals to the broadest amount. Like talking about, you know, the original Michael Myers mask, like the most basic facts appeal to the biggest, you know, audience.
Yeah, it was just wild that he said that and it got like all this traction. I'm like, what? Like that was just like everybody knows. Everybody
knows what he's doing. I'm about to play the game, man. Did you know? I'm sorry. We got to end it. Thank you guys. This was fun. Hopefully you enjoyed the doll show. I don't know what's next, but rest assured my internet will suck. Good night.
Good night. Thanks, guys.